There we go. It would help.
There it is.
Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream where we buy ponies all day. I didn't even intend to go live, but we gotta get these motherfuckers sorted. Ah, welcome, people. Welcome. Listen, this wasn't. I didn't intend to go live. Colt's like, yo, you doing a solo stream? I'm like, what the frick you talking about? I literally just came back from the gym. He goes, you got an event set up. You've got 30 people waiting. I'm like, what the fuck? I set this event up for one guy, King Thrash, that little motherfucking bitch. I don't know why I didn't say why I censored that. Didn't want to fucking roll up in here. That was the whole reason why I created this thing. I was like, listen, bruv, today, Cole, I don't know if you saw it. I got blocked by the pony contingent. The ponies are so vexed. They're acting like the deal has been approved already or some shit. I was like, yo, blocked me. I had, what's his name? JTech, that's guy who likes underage people. What's the other person? Red Dragon.
Red Dragon blocked you?
Red Dragon blocked, bro. I don't even remember the last time I said shit to him. I do chat shit to him a lot. Well, not that, for like weeks. Maybe he blocked me ages ago. Then a Woolly Gamer blocked me. Woolly Gamer, the toxic fuck. He blocked me, bro. He freaking cried. He's so soft, that guy. He's so soft, and he talks so much shit. He was talking shit about Gene Park. I've got ponies come back and saying some raw shit that this guy said some mad stuff. And he gets all sensitive that he's going to post a picture of his family for sympathy. Then he says he's going to fucking delete Twitter. He said that on Monday, and not one day later, he's back just like what he said, because that's what he does.
He's back in one day. Really?
less than a day. And then he's fucking, now he's restricting it. So he's got a little echo chamber. So only people who follow him can just wank off to his dumb dipshit tweets. Bro, you know what? You see how I was pessimistic on Xbox last year, yeah? And I was giving him, bro, during XMC, I was giving him a hard time, giving you a hard time. And, bro, now I just feel like I'm turning into a bot, bro. Like, the fire's raging. If this deal gets blocked, bruv, I'm going to go even harder, bruv. I'm going to go so hard on the ponies, bro. You have no idea. When I'm vexed is when I go raw, and I can't wait to give you sauce. Danny, I'm going to give you sauce. Shout out to 50 people. Colt, thank you, man. It's so good. It's just good to chat to you, bro. Like, this is... Are you feeling the tension in the air?
No.
Like, no, what?
No, I'm feeling that these guys, they really feel in their hooven heart of hearts that this ABK deal is going to pass for Xbox, and they will be coping and seething for years. Like, they're so upset. And I tried to give these speeches like, Xbox guys gain nothing from the ABK thing, except Xbox will just make more money. Like, nothing will change for PlayStation dudes. Like, they'll still have all these games, and they're still crying and wailing. They are so upset. Yeah, they are. Holy crap. You know, that Woolly Gamer thing, like, he's upset about the misinformation and the BS that he's seeing on his timelines. Like, I'll give you some advice. It's because you dip into other people's lanes. You crash into other people's lanes nonstop. And so the algorithm of Twitter goes, you like Xbox, Woolly? Here's some Xbox content.
Bro, these guys, they don't put any work in their content. They got dog shit content. They talk like they have some mad content out there. They're pseudo-intellectuals with stupid points. None of it's in earnest. Not like how we describe, like the negatives of the... This week, everyone is sharing the clip that I shared in December of me telling you, hey, you want to know who I am? This is who I was. On the PlayStation 4 launch day, in the cold, I waited for the PS4. I was vexed at Xbox. I did a big bot at the time, but I was like, this is a joke.
And you were looking young and tasty back then in 2013.
I was looking young and fat. but bro, man, I was pissed. Like, I was pissed at that time. And I said, you know what? PlayStation deserved it. They had a cheaper console. It was way more powerful. They didn't have Connect bundled in. None of his TV bullshit. They had the showcase on February. They had Killzone Shadowfall, which didn't end up being that great, but it looked great. All the messaging was good. I was like, I was pissed. I was trying to get all my friends to get on PlayStation after we were all... Yeah.
Same. I was too.
Yeah, because 360 was beautiful, man. And trying to get people to move from this party chat... But we used to play COD Modern Warfare 2 so much. Halo, all of that, man. And it was
Black Ops. We were playing, for me, it was 2011 was Black Ops, whatever it was. I had like 5 or 6 friends that we played every night. We were playing Black Ops 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, online. Like, we were playing together every night. And I told them, we're not getting an Xbox. We're going to get PlayStation this time. Like, that's what we're going to be playing. And
that's why I said, I was like,
yeah,
bro,
I said
if you can't, if you're even like, and I was a diehard Xbox fan, you have to understand, battling, console warring, 360 gen, all the way through. But I was just like, and I was on N4G. I was just like, can't defend this. You can't defend
you were the
Xbox One. I was the worst. I was such a bad bot at the time, but. It was like...
Wait. So everyone was like, where did these guys come from all of a sudden, right? That was one of the arguments we'll get into. Like, these guys just sprout out of nowhere with unnatural growth. Like, from 2010 until 2016, I was on Gamefly, like, which was a blossoming gaming community of like 3,000 or 5,000 people every 5 seconds posting, replying. It was like a fake Twitter. And I was on there forever. Until it got shut down, and then I moved to Twitter, and it was like nothing. There was no activity there until I finally got into the community. But yeah, I mean, we were there. We were in the comment sections,
lines, bruv. I was there. You can find my comments now. I was console warring rawly. You can find my articles where I was pissing ponies off because all this noise came about, and I played Battlefield. Was it 3 or 4? I think it's Battlefield 4. A launch of the PS4, and then you had the error messages. The game was really unstable. It kept blue screening all the time to that. And I was just like, what the flip? I'm supposed to be here. I had more fun playing Resogun, which I platinumed, than playing anything on PlayStation. And then for the first 3 years, it was dead. It was dead. PlayStation was dead until a third-party money hat deal, which is Bloodborne, saved the day. Because the Order 1886 was supposed to be the Gears killer. And that thing only killed itself. It was disgusting. Andrew Pacino, or whatever his name was, he was out there defending it. Ponies were defending it. It was a shit game, man. It was absolutely shit. I got death threats for my review because that game was so beautiful. It still holds up to this day. Shit game. Shit game. So, like, I was like, what the fuck is this? So, there's like 3 games, Colt. Bloodborne, God of War 2018, which is quite late. And what
I was talking about the first couple of years. There was Infamous Second Son, which is rad. There was Killzone, Bloodborne, and I mean, in 2016 you got Uncharted 4. But once those games came out, that's when I got a PS4. I got one at the beginning of 2018 when I knew God of War was coming, Spider-Man. I knew Uncharted 4 had been out for a year or so, and yeah, I don't know.
No, but bro, but like. People like using that clip. I'm so glad they keep sharing that clip because it shows exactly what I am. Like, it's not someone who grifts. It's someone who has been doing the same shit
It's their gotcha moment, and they're too dumb to realize they're proving how you have integrity, how you actually dove in feet first, to find out for yourself where you really want to spend most of your time playing. And they think it's a gotcha. They do this stuff all the time. They're like, weren't you you're the one who gave Redfall Game of the Year 10 out of 10? And it's like, I mean, I've made my mistakes, but it was a freaking preview. But anyway, these guys are crazy.
Bro,
I mean, it's part of the conspiracy, right? They're whining and dining us. They've got our phone numbers. They're inviting us to these events. And my favorite was J-Tech was like, Colt Eastwood, this guy's...
Why does J-Tech keep calling you Colt? That is so annoying.
It's probably... I don't know what part of the country he's from, but it's probably part of his accent in the region where he lives. But he's like, Colt Eastwood's paid. We know that's true. That's the smoking guy. And then he goes, Kid Smooth, well, he's not good enough to pay, but they want to pay him. It's like, bro, it's like, what the crap?
It's like they're making shit up and people believe in it. I was insulted. I wasn't in that group in the name of thing. But now they're like, oh look, they paid him because he was a PlayStation guy, and then he switched. Why? Because I had Killer Instinct. I had Forza Horizon. I had freaking Sunset Overdrive. What the fuck did you have for ages?
I love that clip of you and Safe. And who's the other guy?
Oh, he was I was so harsh to him. His name called Ilias. He was a proper pony. He was a
I could tell.
I'm trying to find the full video, and it was constantly our friends in the background like guys, just stop it. It was just a slamming.
I love it how they were like, you were like Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac, and I'm like,
yeah. I'm
like leaning over across the timeline going, gas, PlayStation's gonna buy them. Gas.
No, but that's the thing, man. The guy didn't have Alexa. He said freaking, what did he say? What was this game of that year? It was a game he didn't even play, Little Big Planet. Like, bruv, Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet 3, nobody liked that. That game critically flopped, unfortunately.
It did, and Sunset Overdrive still is a name to this day. Still, which is ironically because that was his name. Oh, you Mountain Dew whore. You absolute whore. But,
I know.
By the way, chat, I have to say, yeah, the stream would not happen if it wasn't for Colt. Because I'm literally talking to my mortgage broker because I'm refinancing mortgages or something. And I'm like, yeah.
And we're sitting here waiting for you to go live.
And you guys are waiting for me to go live. I'm like, what the fuck are these talking about? He goes, solo stream? I'm like, no, you just said solo? ? And there's like, I was like, what the
Well, hold on. I said, you're going solo? And you're like, what? And I put up a gif of Puss in Boots going, please. And it was like me, like, if you're going solo, you got to bring me in. He's like, what the heck are you talking about?
This is it. I'm putting on, he put this in, like, solo. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so random. And then I was like, oh, shit. I didn't realize I set this event up. Because King Thrash was, so I got blocked by all these ponies, and then King Thrash goes, oh, you want the source? I'm ready to roll up. Come to the round table. I said, no, you come to me. You blocked me twice. And then you unblock me. You think I'm going to come to your place? You think I have no testicular fortitude to go ahead and just okay, sir, let me come to you. Now you come to me. You kiss my feet for blocking me like a little bitch for all this time. You better fucking come to my place. Who the fuck are you talking to, bro? You're talking to me, bro.
I mean, you're talking about two of the most unintelligent people to ever grace the channels of YouTube to try and come up with to try and sound smart. Like, if you look over at the baby's diaper, you can see the extra place settings. Aaron Greenberg probably didn't have that blueberry muffin. You could tell that Colt Eastwood had that blueberry muffin. And he's whispering. He's like, I just want to make sure that when I'm doing this video that I don't wake up all my cats.
Bro, I mean, at this point, it's like, is it a parody? Their whole identity of parody because it doesn't make sense. And it's what are you going to say? Because Onotax murked him. Big Cloud murked him. His game is full of padded of weird shit. Huggy, thank you so much for the $5 super because Doc gave them the truth. The HTTAP program, Xbox paying content creators, how to trick a pony. Bro,
why don't you take a seat?
Why is there such a marked divide between Xbox content creators and PlayStation? I'm being serious. I'm trying to goad you into pull your finger out and spend some time in devoting attention and quality in your quality. Colt, they can't.
That guy you called out last night, like, you talked about like the quality of his content and the views, and like to get views on YouTube is so difficult unless you record your grandma falling off your roof. It can be really super tough. And King Thrash is like, let's look at Colt Eastwood's channel, you know, it's like, there's no gameplay. He doesn't post gameplay. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to record gameplay of Far Cry 5 when everybody has it. No one's going to watch that. Yeah. No one is going to watch me play Far Cry 5 or for me play Callisto Protocol. Like, it's not going to happen. And I'm not a Twitch streamer. And hey, guess what, guys? I've been able to find a really nice niche of making news style videos about the gaming sector, and hey, it's good. It's nice.
Yeah, that's what we care about. That's what they need. Yeah,
of course, he scrolls past like the Forza and the Halo and the Psychonauts reviews and all this stuff that are on there that are nothing but gameplay. What was the last one I did? I did one review. I can't remember the last review I did. I put all this production into it. 27 views. So yeah.
No, the reviews don't like. It's true. Like this is advice to anyone like in this space. You have to find your niche and then do it. And it just so happens.
Capitalize on what people enjoy on your channel.
And if you enjoy content, because that's what we do. We love the news. We love the development of the platform. Just like you guys. You are literally the audience that we're for. So what do you want us to do? In fact, on this channel, I'm going to do some other diverse things, but really it's going to be mostly game-based. I've done streaming on here before, but it's just like, do I do it on YouTube? Do I do it on, like, Twitch is a bit shit. They'll cancel you for anything on Twitch. You can't even say the word simp. You get freaking banned. I know. It's so dumb. It's like,
I have no love for that platform, and but personally, I don't like watching people play games. After a couple minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I've seen enough. I'll play it myself. But there's a massive market for people who watch people play for hours, and that's cool. But we like what we do.
Streams. Yeah, no, I've tried it though. I tried Sekiro, and I finally got it. That I was just like humbled that people want to watch me play Sekiro. But I just want to. Even if I get 20 people watching, this is the difference. Like Anon in the chat says, PlayStation content creators don't need to indoctrinate and do free PR for their platform. They freaking do it all the time with just dog shit quality.
They just do it for free.
They do it
for free, and then they get mad that they think I'm getting paid from Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer, let me just write this check out for you for saying Redfall is amazing.
Let me tell you, these are all excuses. All the ponies you say that, you guys are dickheads. You guys don't produce good quality, so there's no excuse for that. I will judge you on the quality, bruv. I'm new in this space, but if I could learn Premiere Pro as quick as I have, there's no reason why you can't.
And you're very good at it. You are very. I'll just put for the record, Gaz is better at his editing and his freaking style and making video productions way better than me. And I tell him all the time. Let me tell you something that this is difficult to say, but there are people out there that they're creators, artists, they are bakers, they're builders, they produce, they create, just anybody who makes something that goes to a customer, a client, or an audience of any kind. It could be making really great cakes or cooking or whatever. If you're a creator, you understand what it's like to make something, have a lot of people see it, and get recognition. And for me to get recognition from some people that work at Xbox or some game developer say, hey, I really like what you do, that's like really, really super cool. Yeah. What they don't understand is because this is one of the reasons why Gaz and I do content creations. We love talking with the people. We love hearing people say, hey, I saw your video or I saw your podcast. I enjoyed it while I was driving home. Like that is like gold for us because that's why we do it. We like to show off what we make. Hey, did you like that? Yeah. That's why we give Zucker crap about his crappy, run by thumbnails. We're like, Zucker create, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But these guys don't get it. They don't get it, guys. Because they're not creators. The only thing they create is a shitstorm on Twitter when they say, yeah, Xbox ain't got no games and that game doesn't count because Bethesda made it, Xbox didn't make it. And like that's their idea of actually putting something out in the world. And the end of the point being that most of us at some way or another are some type of provider and creator for the people that we're around.
Bro, exactly. They don't get like what do you expect? Like pony content creators, MBG I think actually does some editing. I haven't seen his videos, but at least he tries it. Mystic is great, but I'm not.
I've always heard Mystic's great.
Yeah, I've checked.
Yeah, bang on that point, guys, because I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, but look, who else is there? What the fuck does Reforge Gaming do? He presses the live button, is there, and this is what he's doing, and he's grifting into this content because Destiny blocked him for touching up some people. What the fuck do you mean? You suffer from extreme cognitive dissonance, Anon. The same troll that has habitually deep throats these guys says, if you call Reforge Gaming a disingenuous content creator, yeah, he is. Yeah, I do call him that. Whilst bigging up J-Rock. J-Rock is a fucking troll like me. He loves it and he kills it, and I love his shit. So good. King David, how is he disingenuous? He fucking delivers entertainment. Iron Lord podcast is brilliant. That guy is brilliant. What do you do? Dealer and Colt, they actually put production quality. You're sitting there with Reforge Gaming. The guy just shouts at one screen. It's just him on his own, flailing his arms around, making stupid cyclical arguments, and they keep turning out on and on and on. Like, that's just bullshit, bro. Bro, I'm Gaming Addict. I'm not saying that they're not content creators, bro. I'm saying they're shit content creators, bro. Either you bring up the quality, or if you get judged by your quality, bro. If they have shit quality again, get the fuck out of it. Because, or keep doing it, and we'll keep putting you the value of our work. You judge games on their quality. We are very harsh on the game developers. Well, on the content creator side, well, fuck it. As long as someone turns the camera on and talks shit, that's fine. Hey man, some content creators the best.
The cream rises to the top. With very rare exceptions, and it really does.
Fuck it. Look, one of my favorites is BG. I know you guys don't get on, but BG, I love BG. I love BG's podcast. Jack.
He's got one of the biggest podcasts in the community.
And he's good. Reason, because I like, one, he's sincere. That's the point. He's sincere. Two, he has intelligence. He can. And three, he has objectivity. Yeah, he rubs people the wrong way. You'll have strong opinions one way or the other. I know he was having a go on this whole content creators and executives are not your friends thing, which I disagreed with. But his view is sincere. He espoused it. People thought it was unfair, felt he was bullying, but it came from a place of sincerity. But I love Weapon Wheel podcast. Even though it's a PlayStation podcast, I love that podcast because I love the dynamic between him. Black Bond is crazy. I had the pleasure of joining them once, and I loved it. Jack Moves Johnny just cracks me up, man. He's like, I know people like in our circles have beef with each other, but I love that. That is probably one of my favorite podcasts. And you don't have to sit on the timeline if you're BG for hours on end, do hard edit. He told me, he just lets the camera run. Any mistakes, he just talks it through. It takes a certain skill set to be endearing enough, to pull enough people into your audience and be sincere. And I don't think the sincerity is there. Addict, you're right. Consistency is the most important thing in content creation. That's why this channel exists, because in Game On Daily, I just feel like I want to maintain the high bar in quality. But here, I just want to talk freely. So yeah, man.
Captain Crunch says the pool is big enough for everybody, and it is. Like, we're talking about that, but when somebody attacks Gaz for the quality of his content, and then Gaz turns around and goes, "Well, come on, look at you! Like, don't be a hypocrite!" Like,
I mean, it's not even that.
That's
bro.
what happened the other day.
Attack it for the quality of the content, but they can't do it. They can say I'm cheesy, or it's all weird, or it's like that's fine. That's subjective, but the work goes into it. Next source video, guys, I will fucking destroy all these ponies. I promise you, it's gonna be nuclear source. I already have it planned. It's so good. It's just been such a busy few weeks, but I can't wait to destroy it. Can't wait to absolutely decimate everyone.
The time will come. Anon keeps banging on this point that if Reforge was an Xbox fan, well, that we'd be all over him, but that's simply not how it works. Like, I have 10 or 12 very prominent Xbox accounts muted on Twitter because they are loaded with bad faith. They bash PlayStation nonstop. They have bad faith takes about Xbox to puff it up when it's simply not true. They just can't be. And I know it's going to sound so hypocritical coming from me, but they can't be objective. At least I try a little bit to be objective, but I don't like certain accounts that just constantly bash and say things like, I don't like PlayStation games because they're boring and they're the same template over and over. And these games are bad. And I'm like, come on. Like, those games are award-winning. They're really well done. They look amazing. They feel great. Like, just back off of that stuff.
I mean, trolling is
we
trolling.
don't do that.
That's fine. Well, bro, in the space, I'm just telling people now, I'm going to troll PlayStation even harder than I've ever done before because you guys are dickheads. But that doesn't matter. But, you know, like, freaking David Jaffe can clock it, can clock what I'm doing. You guys, like, should be able to clock it. It's ridiculous. Jax82, thank you, man, for the $5 super chat. He goes, this is getting out of control on only support channels that take this seriously. A lot of them don't. And it's a shame, Gaz. Colt, you're the best. I don't know what you're alluding to there. Please do an impression of Dreamcast guy's thumbnail, please.
Oh, well.
I can't do
People
that.
have been
I need
really
to fucking
mean to
shoot
him
myself
lately.
in the face with a shotgun.
Oh, my gosh. People have been so mean to him lately. But
I
you
just
can't
feel a
hop
bit
on
bad.
news
Like,
as
he
soon
can't,
as it
like-
breaks. The one nice thing about you and I, like how we can never make a video right away, like hardly ever, right? The nice thing is the news usually settles out or the truth kind of gets woven in there. And Dreamcast guys made a bunch of videos where some horrible thing about Xbox breaks, and by the end of the day, it's like, actually, that was just a crappy rumor. And then he gets hassled for it. But, you know, sometimes these guys jump right to the camera.
Bruv, half the people that chat, they don't even get on camera. I can't take that seriously as well. Like, if you're talking shit all the time on socials and your face is hidden there and you're talking about the way other people look, I was like, bro.
You're hiding behind a PlayStation icon and a PlayStation banner.
Yeah, or a fucking, like, so for Aloy or some PlayStation console or fucking logo, you'll look. Bruv, we already know the reality of that situation, bruv, because we know your face looks like roadkill, bruv. Don't even try it. Bruv,
You can say that because you're a good-looking guy. I can't say that, but
bruv,
I made fun of a guy and I said, your whole identity is PlayStation, and a bunch of guys were like, isn't your identity Xbox? I'm like, no, I mean his literal profile picture is a PlayStation controller. His banner is a bunch of PlayStation characters. Like, this becomes their identity. It's how they identify themselves on social media. And Gaz and I don't. Like, our banners are our branding for what we're doing. I don't know. I just get annoyed when somebody comes at me and they've got the angry Ellie picture. I'm like, that's literally you. That's literally who you are. You feel like you're Ellie. One of these days, I'm going to go in there with a shotgun and shoot a bunch of dogs. And then, yeah.
Bro, I saw people complaining like, "Oh, your humor is absolutely like I find it so abrasive. You're so thingy," and then they're following me. I'm like, "Why are you following me? Why would you follow someone who you say you hate their sense of humor?" And I made some like pretty like raw jokes. I haven't even started making the raw jokes. These guys are so soft. Wait till I start really going raw. But you guys like, oh, and then they try to cancel like, oh no, let's try like this is bad. One with the shotgun meme. Like, you try to use that, bro. That's nothing. I'll give you plenty of ammo. Don't worry. I'll gift you loads of ammo for you to try and cancel me, you piece of shit. Dreamcast guy's mouth makes me feel uneasy. He does it on purpose, though, Cole. He's gaming it in a way, and that's fine. That's fine.
I mean,
I feel a little bad, though, because his face is what a lot of people make fun of, including myself. Not the actual face, not his actual face, but the thumbnail.
The faces he makes. Yeah.
It's like it's like, come on, at least do something like more work with your thumbnail, man.
That's 2010's YouTube cringe that apparently YouTube still. I'm gonna try and be nice about it. YouTube still rewards people for doing, on their thumbnails.
Calorie says you can go raw with me anytime. Wow. No, but like Dreamcast guy, not so much. His thumbnails annoy me, but it's still out of pocket. Rinse him hard. It's the people that I think are disingenuous. I think Reforged Gaming. Do you see what Reforged Gaming has been trying to freaking get DMCA strikes on people who are using his content?
I listened to a professional video about him, a YouTuber with like 117,000 subs. I'd never heard him before, and he like broke down. He goes, "I'm not a lawyer, but I looked into all the laws."
Yeah,
and he gave a breakdown of what Reforged Gaming attempts to push onto people, and he's absolutely wrong. Basically, Reforged is saying if you criticize me and use my content to do it, you're breaking copyright laws and infringing my ability to make money on the platform. And he said if that was true, none of us would be able to do anything and be in the comment section. So. Yeah. If I was you, if anybody here wants to make content,
that's a dick
do
move.
not do not tell people they cannot use your content. I've had people grab an entire video of mine and make it into a 27-minute talking piece and just ignore it. They don't get any traction anyway.
If it's pulling away, designed to pull away, I take credit for your work. Understood. That you put hard work into it. That sucks. But if someone using content because you're saying dumb shit in a members only zone because you're fucking peddling your member thing constantly, then fucking doing that, it goes to show that you're all in it for the money only. And I get it. That's his main job. And that's what he needs to do. But you don't garner any respect from that. And he goes, oh, guys, who are you to dole out respect? Well, I'm not the arbiter in deciding it. But I feel like I have a pretty good judgment on these things. And Reforged Gaming is just losing his audience. He's doing this. And he even... Someone sent me a DM from his Discord group of what he was saying. And he was gloating about triggering people to get clicks. You're doing the bait and then you play the victim card. Then you block everyone. You started your echo chamber and you came. How did you come into this space after your Destiny bullshit? You came out Windows Central propaganda with your dumb shit. Bro, I wish he didn't block me. I want to invite him to a 1v1, absolutely destroy him, then tell him to piss off. Jackson82 again with a $5 super chat. Guys, I will say you have been fair with your criticism of both Xbox and PlayStation related topics. Okay, there's an inherent bias, but I have been fair. I've been more critical of Xbox offered because I care more. Because Redfall was disgusting. I didn't make videos of Forspoken like 3 times like I did Redfall. So that comes with the benefit. Because if I was a PlayStation guy and freaking that game came out, I'd be like, what the fuck? This is shit. But I made 2 videos on Redfall and an article, and some prick still says that you're not going hard enough. Like, shut the fuck up, bruv. We'll always keep it real.
Or I'm paid by Xbox to talk great about it, and I have an entire video with 100,000 views. Let's talk Xbox, and I tore into everything that they're not doing right and what they need to do differently, and then people at Xbox actually watch that.
Yeah.
One of them, I sent it to them.
Yeah.
And I said, please watch. Yeah. And the response was like, watched it. Was all they said.
Wow.
Watched it. Yeah. But they were going through a pretty rough week that week. It was really bad. The Redfall had dropped. It was all the way out with horrible reviews, and yeah, they needed it.
Redfall. Yeah. That I still think you got hard done by them, and I would never want. I would ask for an apology from them.
What are you gonna do? I mean, when I was in LA, I talked to 8 different prominent content creators who are like, man, we really got screwed on that Redfall preview. And I was like, wow. Yeah. And they're like, Colt, you took it for all of us. I was like, you're welcome. That's seriously what, like, we laughed about it. We had a good laugh about it, but some of them were kind of like, sorry, bro. I'm like, well, I had 1 million views on a tweet with my combat montage, and it just kind of broke the dam. But
yeah, that was going to.
We can never trust anything you ever say after that one thing. Yeah, it's like, okay. All right.
Yeah. No, sir, says Gaz.
You'll still listen.
You clearly said the PlayStation Showcase was going to kill Xbox. I said the words were it was going to molest the Xbox Showcase.
Who else said that?
You did.
Remember, we were on the phone. I was like, Gaz, are you ready for Xbox to get, bent over a guardrail?
Bro, everyone thought it. Everyone, 2 years.
How could they not? How could they not? They didn't do a show for over 2 years. We know they've got great bangers just waiting to launch for the new console. Because they got all that stuff is cross-gen. I mean, they... We laughed the whole. We don't need to retread it, but we were watching that thing live in party chat, laughing our heads off. Like, are you serious? And then Xbox had an amazing showcase 3 weeks later. So, hey, great, love it.
I see Bit in the Big Cloud in chat. Your buddy Blaze, shout out to Blaze, was in. We were streaming it live, and if it wasn't for Blaze in there, because bless him, Blaze is such a nice guy. I would have gone even harder, but I was a bitch. I was being such a dick during that stream. I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, keep showing this cat game. Just take your time. Take your time. Oh, look, another indie game. Just take your time. It was all CGI. Just take it. And it kept going. And you know what? It was so poetic for me as an Xbox fan, because as an Xbox fan, I have been in that situation where you're looking at the clock, the time is running down. You're like, what the fuck is this show? Please tell me. Like you said, maybe they'll show the bangers in the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes. 10 minutes becomes 5 minutes.
And then the
Gran
Gran Turismo movie comes on, and what did you do?
Oh, bro, as soon as I was like, they're showing movies. What? I couldn't believe it. It was poetic justice. By the way, look, if anything in this console wars, I'll tell you this right now. There's always this weird comic force, like Xbox guys are laughing right now. Tomorrow, the deal will get blocked. Ponies will go crazy. There's always ups and downs. It's always like this. Xbox, I'm telling you, it's just, I've done this whole of last gen. Even PlayStation, when it was murking Xbox, there was still moments of wins here and there. Like, it was weird one. The mid-gen console, that was a bit of a win. Not really practically making much of a difference, but still internet wins. And that kind of perception is always, it's going to happen. Xbox is going to get murked. The FTC, like, it's 50-50, Colt. I don't know where it's going to go. And
it's 50-50. I mean, I think it's higher in Xbox's favor, but you just you'll never know. Like, that curveball that hit us from the CMA was like out of nowhere.
Let me just educate some people. This definition of pony bot, this definition that is a pony but dressed as a bot. Let me fix that definition for you. A pony bot is a bot, a blind X-bot who just churns out and spews absolute garbage and makes the Xbox community look bad. And that bot behaves just like what we would call a pony. That is a pony bot. And the
like
same
on your
pony
show,
bot... Which one?
Like on your show, when I said that I was pretty sure that it was going to get denied.
That's what I was leading to. So that's what I was leading to here. It's just like, so that one absolute pony bot, I forgot his name, he's weird prick. He always gets triggered by Xbox fans who are critical of Xbox when it's obviously...
there's a couple of guys like that.
Yeah, and there are loads like that. I hate them so much.
That's what I'm talking about. I have people like that muted that like get mad whenever I say, you know, when they're like, hey, 98% of the people on Halo Infinite have dropped off on Steam. And I say, I stopped playing it after season 1. And like one of those pony bots were like, what the heck's your problem, Colt? You're supposed to make Halo look good.
Bro, don't you get it? You're behaving just like the people you hate. You are literally them. Like, at least you have to... Look, in the console wars, you have your generals, you have your foot soldiers, and the people at the front. You little pony bots. Just shut the fuck up and do what we tell you to do. You're the front lines. You're collateral damage. You're just expendable. You shut the fuck up. If I tell you to take a shit, you take a shit. I'm joking. But what I was going to say on that point was, Colt, what the fuck are you doing? This is just the beginning of how toxic I'm going to be. But I was just going to say, no, I don't block people, bro. They can block me. What I was going to say was they came at you because you said you were pessimistic of the system, because you felt like, even though Xbox did, let's be real, man, in terms of if the FTC hearing was going to be assessed on the quality of the representations by both parties, Xbox would have won. The FTC would have lost their preliminary injunction. They wouldn't have got it.
Based solely on that, the FTC just really comes in with a paper-thin preface to begin with, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then my speech on your show about how the ABK thing takes nothing away, that basically 90% of the deal is just for Xbox to make more money, and everything else is status quo. So I mean, all those things line up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just hopeful. I'm hoping that we get more than just Xbox playing it close to the, to their chest and very conservatively with ABK. And I'm quite confident that if it does go through, Microsoft will succumb to pressure from the community because the community, the core game community, will not let them go. And I have confidence in Phil Spencer.
The pressure to keep getting better and bigger, or what is that what you mean?
No, the pressure for them to utilize ABK to not just churn out pods,
and
make it biannual. I think they will. I think they will. And if they don't think that, I will make sure they. Oh, I didn't know you could do it. There's a show button. I'm so used to. Hey, look at this. StreamYard makes it so easy. Garuda the Intruder with a $5 Australian. I didn't know you could do that so easy with this. It says stable dwellers are the most toxic and self-entitled fan base facts across any media sport. Go hard, bruv. Garuda, you get it. I'm going to keep that.
Garuda's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Garuda. Bruv, look, I have done this for a long time, bro. I'm just telling you my genuine opinion. I don't know if there's more of them. Bots are turning toxic as well.
Here's what I think will happen with ABK. I don't think that the community and the pressure will get them to change how they do things. But I think that when Phil and the team went in to buy ABK, they knew that they would have this cadence of every couple of years doing a Call of Duty game. And then games take so much longer now that they just look ahead and go, well, Blizzard's making that survival game and Infinity Ward's going to make a new IP. Let's worry about those. Those are going to take 3 to 7 years or 3 to 6 years. Let's just worry about those. And then, you know, in the interim, maybe another studio will say, hey, we want to make this, and then we'll probably green light it. But other than that, like, the status quo is a nice, great money-making situation. I was going to say scheme them. But, I mean, I don't know. Call of Duty remain the same. They'll make a boatload of money off of PlayStation fans on Call of Duty, and then you and I won't see another Diablo for 10 years. So, yeah, maybe the community could sway them into... But it seems like Phil wants to have exclusives where he can, where he's allowed. Does. Right?
All these proceedings have shown me one thing. And you know how hard I was on this whole idea of exclusivity. Have to be exclusive. The whole thing. Remember Bethesda? My first ever source video was off the first ever source video with my camera right in my face. You can see all my spit and everything. Was the fact that Microsoft, it was the day that Microsoft announced that Bethesda
was like this close too.
I know, it was so bad.
I loved it.
And I just said, bro, it was so natural. I was like, I put the word source at the end. I was like, guys, if you like this video, just write the word source, and loads of people do. And that's how Source was born, as a result of your feedback. Shab's Inevitable, the £2 super chat. Stop volcanoing. Oh my God. Where's the volcano master? Where's that sheg? Bro.
I want to be able to smell the proper baby diaper, and I know it's my own baby.
From my mate who doesn't follow the console wars, was like, Gaz, how the fuck do you deal with these people? You watch that video, he goes, every time I listen to these people, they're so fucking stupid. How do you deal with it? I was like, you just gotta treat it like just entertainment. Just like, you have to concede, like, they're just
my
idiots.
wife was like, is this guy serious? I go, yeah, they're serious. They're like, he's like CSI in this thing. He's like zooming in, enhancing. He's like, there's more plates there than there are people. It's like, first of all, no. And I think Hargeet and one of the other guys did buffet, so they had an extra plate. But the dude was counting plates. Maybe he's a dishwasher. Maybe that's his professional job. He's a dishwasher. He's like, I look at that table, and I was like, if I had to wash those dishes, I knew it'd take me an extra 15 minutes on my shift. Maybe. Shout out to the people who dishwash out there.
Can't believe he did that. People will actually believe that. They are literally on social media believing that you guys are all getting paid. I'm apparently one as well. Apparently, that video clip of me being a PlayStation guy, somewhere between 2013 and now, money changed hands, and Microsoft gave me money to become a Xbox guy. My actual history in this space is very actually from 2013 onwards. You can see it everywhere. I've been on the internet shitting on. I've been a Xbox troll for a very long time. In the same clip that I shared, you saw at the end where I was literally rinsing that pony about the releases. But this whole notion that you funds all of them, Colt getting paid, is so dumb. You're so stupid. And even Aaron Greenberg actually joined in today and said, oh, by the way, I didn't pay for the breakfast here. What happened? Did you guys just split the bill or something, or what?
It was super expensive. I bought a yogurt and a blueberry muffin and an orange juice, and my wife got oatmeal and a hot cocoa, and it was $60 for the both of us.
What?
It's expensive.
That's
yeah.
like basic breakfast, bro. That should be no more than $20.
Well, I mean, it's the Ritz-Carlton. They think their stuff doesn't stink over there, but
Ritz-Carlton. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd already gotten the bill by the time. I mean, I told the story on your show, I think, on Saturday, but we were just sitting there and Aaron walked by. I didn't tell the story?
No.
We're sitting there at breakfast at like 9 a.m. or something, and it was Cog, Lord Addict, Ben Kenobi, the graphic designer in the community, Hargeet Shawnee, Risk It for the Biscuit, and my wife and I. I don't know. I hope I'm not missing anybody. And we were almost done eating. Like we maybe had 10 more minutes left to eat. And I saw, Sean LeBrie maybe was there. But anyway, somebody goes, there's Aaron Greenberg. And he's walking in. I go, Aaron. And I waved him over and he looked and he saw me and he's like, oh, I got to go say hi to those guys. And he came over and just stood there and talked to us for a while. We talked for maybe 20 minutes at the most. And he goes, let's get a picture. Let's get a picture. Let's do the thing that Gaz hates. Let's do this. And Aaron asked the waitress, can you take the picture? My wife's like, no, I'll do it. Because she knew if she was in the picture, that everyone would be like, investigating it for days. So she took the picture. And then you got King Thrash. He's like, it's probably a Xbox executive, who took the picture. And they have a very special camera that sends out Venmo to all the people.
All the time? He's always whispering.
Every time when you take the picture with the Microsoft executive, the camera sends out a Venmo to all the people. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to say that I'm being racist or I'm being insensitive to the way he talks. But I'm just doing a really good impression of how he sounds. I don't even know what he looks like. I don't even know what color he is.
No one knows what he looks like.
Like it even matters. We've never seen him.
Show your face.
Don't even know what he looks like. But, of course,
why are you hiding your
somebody's going to get mad.
Someone chats so much. Show your face, blood. Show your face, bro. Don't be a dick. You're whispering like your mom's gonna hear you. Like, this is like it's freaking filming on Vimeo or something weird.
And she's like, reach downstairs. Jason, stop making those videos about the Xbox. Get up here and vacuum. No, she's like, get up here and wash the dishes. I know you already counted them. Yeah. So,
bruv, have you noticed their community is dog shit? There is no community, so there's masses of jealousy. Because Xbox content creators, we're so tight knit. Like, yeah, you get your little politics and you get your bullshit. That's always going to happen, especially in this space where you often don't even meet people. If you do this once a year, but bro, the Xbox community takes a gigantic diarrhea all over the PlayStation 1. Bro, the PlayStation.
What a nice way to say it.
It's all violent diarrhea on them because they are so
Erica,
bad.
Shout out to Erica. It's in the chat. She's awesome. She says, I'm thinking his wife or whoever is there, so he has to be quiet, laugh out loud. And I would say that if you have to keep your voice down because you don't want your girlfriend or your brother or your wife or your kids to hear the content you're making, you're probably not making very good content. And I got my co-host Mag, his wife records these videos where he's wearing a tube top and a unicorn on his head. Yeah. So he's good with that. But if you got somebody going, when you got the baby diaper of the proper baby, and he's whispering, something's off.
I will say, King Thrash though does amuse me sometimes with his madness. I find it amusing, but I hate this whole a lot of it is forced to build this fakeness. And I don't like that. But some of the content he's created, he's made some funny voiceovers of animated stuff.
He has?
I've actually liked that. Yeah, he did. He does it rarely. Most of his content's dog shit, static images.
That sounds like talent right there, bro.
I would feel so guilty. Even now, I feel guilty. There's not much here, in terms of a UI. But most people don't feel that way. Bro, the reason why, and I was speaking to my buddy Jake. The reason why I've been regularly on here is because the masses of guilt, trying to figure out this channel, and I'm trying to get my logo sorted, and then intro logo and stuff, and and Jake told me, Gaz, just produce the content, branding and stuff will come after. So I'm gonna do this more now. I'm just gonna go live, make videos as the news breaks, hit the algorithm because I want to talk about it, but try to reconcile my desire to edit and deliver you great content. And I'm going to try and do both, which means even less sleep. But I feel like I need to do that. Not for money. Not for money. For money, I'll do the algorithm thing and just keep going in it like that. But I will always want to push the bar. Wait till you see the source video. I'm going to go so hard on that video. And the source videos cost me money. But I don't... The reason why I'm not trying to wank myself off literally on camera. I'm just trying to explain to you the mindset. I think the PlayStation content creators, this is an open invitation for you to raise the bar. If you don't do that, I will keep coming at you on the quality of your content or lack thereof, because the community deserves it. Can't have fucking Reforge going and getting loads of super chats for nothing, and you're rewarding it. Let's raise the bar so YouTube prioritize quality. And I feel like I'm on my own sometimes, so I'm saying that. Assassin89, thank you for the $2 super chat. He goes, I know I'm a pony bot, but I'm not that bad. Assassin is actually one of the most, I talked to him on Discord, actually one of the nicest guys. He just talks legit. He gets pissed off when the Xbots make excuses all the time. I hate that. I will always hate that. I will always hate excuses on behalf of any platform. And again, Assassin, thank you. With the money Xbox gave me, I bought my Series X instead of PlayStation 5. It's true. Xbox is passing out checks. Well, Game Pass helped you save money, and now you get to reap. Basically, you're corrupt, is what the pony bots will say to you. Hard wank coming, source, Freaky Jason. Yeah, absolutely. Bro, the tensions are high right now in the community. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love the beef. I love the anger. Right now, it direct towards me. I can handle it. I'm not pussy like Woolly Gamer and Dunlop. Bring it. That's fine. I want the beef to marinate rawly because it's time. No,
making me hungry.
I genuinely think it's good for the. I know. I just finished from the gym. I want stiff competition though, and I really feel console wars actually is an important part of the game. Actually, we've said it. You had Peter Moore actually come out and say console wars was a big part of their strategy, and the companies use that. Sony and Microsoft. It just so happens that I love it, but that kind of madness, that kind of animosity, it essentially is passion. That's what it is. It's just passion for gaming, and passion for the industry. And it's passion for, and I love it. This generation, Colt, is so much better than last gen already. If people don't know that, people haven't realized
it
that
is.
Yet.
There was one year that in 2022 where it was horrible the whole year, but 2021 was pretty good, really good, and then 2023 is going to be great too. Starfield and Forza Motorsport.
No, for Xbox it is.
I mean,
it'll be fine. PlayStation will be fine. I think next year they'll deliver some source.
I don't know what they have next year, but that's another discussion.
I don't know what they have, but I'm just hoping, and I'm genuinely want, and I'm just not saying this. I'm really looking forward to Wolverine, and I hope Insomniac take a very different approach. I don't want to see open world Wolverine. I want to see a more controlled, curated world, ultra violent, and I think they're already going for a mature rating, aren't they? So that's one game I'm excited for. I'm not excited for Factions anymore because I don't know what the fuck's happening with that. Rise of the Ronin is really good. Rebirth, after playing this Final Fantasy I will definitely go back to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't actually played that. I really want to play that. So Rise of the Ronin, that's really good. Generally, I will say this to everyone watching it. This generation is going to be great for everyone. Look, this year you've had Final Fantasy, whether you may like it or not, that's great for the PlayStation. You're going to get Spider-Man. Not for me. I think it's overrated as fuck. But Spider-Man 2 might be good. But what I saw was basically the same shit. Not for me, but PlayStation guys love that.
Bro, we got to put a stop to Brad Ward fight on Twitter.
What's he doing?
He always quotes something out of context or melds it for fun. But he said, crying at Colt Eastwood calling King Thrash a dishwasher, making fun of his
such a snitch.
Quote, crack addict whispering voice, which I didn't even say that.
Snitch.
Yeah, and then he says, also Gaz saying there's no PlayStation community. Yeah, he just tweeted that out. I'm like,
That is
Brad,
okay,
stop.
true. That's fine. Brad Ward is he is the Jason Schreier of this community. As far as he fucking takes it. He's trouble. He talks a lot of shit. Quote that. Brad Ward is the Jason Schreier of the industry with his diarrhea, misleading tweets. There you go, Brad. I know you're watching. Spider-Man is overrated. Yes, absolutely, Gamer. I do think so, but that's just me. I'm in the minority, it seems.
I wonder how it'll do. Pretty sure they've built upon the last two. I think it'll do really well. I think that's what I'm saying.
So. Review-wise,
they've been able to build on it. So I just wondered if it would just kind of. We've already done this twice already, but they've been able to build on it, so it should be pretty good.
Shout out to 230 people. You're probably here for Colt Eastwood, but smash that like button because we're about to get lit with
Skull King says, "I hate Halo Infinite. I love the campaign more than Gaz did."
I like the campaign,
One,
but
2, 3 into the.
I wish I could play the whole song.
I know. I can just do the rest of it for you.
Yeah, do it. What other songs have I got? Oh, this one is sick.
I was in a huge chat the other day, and they started bringing up Tupac, and they were talking about like his late '90s stuff or mid '90s before he passed away. And I started talking about the stuff I like. And they're like, Colt? I'm like, yeah. I wasn't always like, let's play Xbox.
Do you want to know a secret, chat? Me and Colt. This is a real conversation that always comes back, and the internet can judge us, and it makes me and Colt always say
the '90s were a different time. We'll just say that. Yeah.
And Colt's like, we were born the wrong race.
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
I feel like I was born the wrong race. So shout out to my melanin brothers and sisters. You lucky. I say that. So there's this conversation I was watching. I used to have this conversation at university a lot. Most of my friends were black. And I remember I said to them, I was like, man, you guys are lucky, man. I love the culture. I love everything about your food, the discourse, everything. And the guy said something very poignant to me. He says, look, you like the idea of being black, but what about all the things that come with it?
I know.
Like, good luck getting a job. Racism, bam. And it's true. Like, I can feel it at a certain degree because I'm Asian. But to this day, I still feel... in America, it's fucking crazy. Like, there's so much racism in America. You won't realize it, like an English person. But I told you this story, didn't I, when I was at clubbing in Miami, and I found it weird, man. Like, there's so much. It's a different kind of racism. Here's a little bit more subtle. Over there, man, it's bad. It's just bad. But you know what?
Yeah, they deal with.
I'll still be born. If I had a choice, I'd go back.
Yeah, there's a couple of different people that in Miami that get it really. They have it really, really tough. And I grew up in
Miami,
middle of Washington State, and there was 3 black guys in my school, and they were our best friends. Like, they hung out with us all the time. And when you say you like the idea, but like all the stuff that, like, from the outside, I'm like, I know you guys deal with all these really super difficult things, but you're also like really looked up to. They were such great people. And they were so funny, and
we'll never understand.
Everything was so cool.
Understand.
It was the best. Everybody lives their own difficult life, but
but it's different. We will never understand, like,
music and culture. Love it. Love it.
It's the discourse as well. Like, I feel like it's more.
And their
pure.
humor. Oh my gosh, like our favorite comedians. They're so
my
funny.
favorite movie's Friday. I was watching the cartoon like J-Rock shared the PJs. I was like, I used to love that. I just naturally.
We always say, we're all supposed to be the same, but like, there's a clear divide of who does things, makes things so much more funny, and just makes us laugh. And I'm just glad there's people out there that give us like, great entertainment and great value and make great friends and stuff. Yeah.
It's personal taste. Like, people have an affinity with different cultures and stuff. But we will never understand, like, fully. We'll never understand. But I want to. It's the drive. I don't know why we talk about this now, but I feel like it's just freeballing with you. I just feel like it's like, we should try to understand. And it goes with everything. We just try and really understand, even if like some things and other demographics you don't understand. Try and understand why. Look at France and look at what's happening there with all the riots. Try and understand that this anger is coming from somewhere. It's all a case of just I try to understand people. And one of the things I like about the Xbox community is it's just I love that. This is one thing I really love that I didn't know about.
I grew up in the way I did, and then you get on the internet and you get in a gaming community, and I get to meet people from Finland, from Australia, from Pakistan, from London, everywhere. Like it's amazing to have this access to all these people. And Aaron Greenberg says we have the best community. Shoot. And when we're making fun of someone like King Thrash or J-Tech, like we're just making fun of a couple idiots. It's really all it is. I mean, there's idiots on every side. Like I told you, I'll mute them.
Yeah, there's some Xbots who really are bad anyway. But yeah, man, I'm in America.
That's what I mean.
Like, man, I appreciate
for
that.
real.
Much love, you. Yeah, man. Like it's just nice just to have.
Shout out to
that's one of the best.
HDB Films in the chat.
Yeah,
he says much love, y'all. Yeah, you hit it up.
No, honestly, like some people like one thing me and you, I'm not for the mindless like instead of Hollywood that is just like we're just gonna hit chick box, so like just to pander to the races and all that, and it's just like I feel like that surface level you're not really thinking about it, and then there's more natural melding of communities and stuff. And yeah, man, it's just the way it is. Shout out to Brian Harris. He goes, I'm Jewish. I love Muslims and Arabs. Some of the best people I've known. And in New York, there's a good mixture of both. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Shalom, brother. Yeah, man, bro. So I'm very anti-Zionist because I just don't like the state of Israel. But two of my mentors, and only two living mentors, are both Israeli. It's so funny. Like, people are like, wait, what? You're an anti-Zionist, but your two mentors are Israeli. Long story. But, one of some of my best friends, one of my best friends, Julian, is Jewish. It's just different. Yeah, it's you have you been in a party chat with him? Oh, you did the Smash Brothers. Did you join the tournament?
No, I've been in parties with chat with him. I remember.
Discord. Yeah, he's so.
I think we were in party chat. I remember I was playing.
Crazy.
I was playing like Mass Effect or something. I always remember what game I'm playing when I meet somebody.
Oh yeah, Mass
good guy,
he's
good
so
guy.
Funny. He's such a nice.
But yeah, the point being, like, there's really great people. It doesn't really matter what they look like or where they come from, or we just like to make fun of the way they sound. I want to get the baby diaper
sometimes. Yeah, like freaking Dreamcast guy. Nah, I'm not coming out Dreamcast guy. I just hate his thumbnails and his content's a bit shit sometimes. But it's like, so you can say that about me, I guess. It's just different. But this community, Xbox community, I'm just grateful for the fact that we have in gaming, in my opinion, the best gaming community as far as platform holders concerned. It really is. Like, Nintendo, bruv. Fuck the Nintendo community, bruv. I don't give a shit if you guys come after me. Nintendo community is fucking. Oh, you got your Switch? Where's mine? Mine's in the room. I was playing Zelda the other day. Nintendo, after the Smash Bros tournament, freaking weird. Although that's the Smash community, actually, still different. PlayStation, what the fuck? And that's Xbox, bro. No one is paying us or Colt Eastwood apart from YouTube. It's just freaking raise the bar, PlayStation guys. You put the quality work in. I genuinely want to see someone. I was like, oh shit. This guy has got good quality. And if he's salt mining, anti-Xbox stuff, brilliant.
There's some jealousy in there, isn't there? Like, how do we do this without being petty? Like, I opened up my YouTube account in 06, the year that it was brand new. Like, actually really brand new. And I made a video about a cold air intake I put in my car, and it made me $100. And I got a little postcard in the mail, and Google said, we'd like to invite you to our monetization program. And I'm like, I asked my buddy at work, is this that thing you were talking about? He's like, yeah, send it in. So I got $100 deposit in my account for that cold air intake video about my car. And then I started making videos about other things I was doing, firearms stuff when I was doing hobbies, and didn't make a red cent. And then I started doing gaming stuff for like 2 years.
Firearms.
Didn't make. I would go out with my friends and we'd shoot bottles of water and pumpkins and just have fun. We just like do target practice stuff because we were into. I bought a couple of rifles and a pistol and was kind of learning how to use that stuff. What's that?
That's wicked.
Yeah. I have an AK and and I have a
AK?
World War II. Yeah, I have an
I
AK.
think you see the picture. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a World War II Mosin Nagant. It's a Russian Garant, basically. It's a bolt action, and it was like $200 at Cabela's, and refurbished it. And then I have a little handgun. Like, I was into that for a little bit, and now I don't really care at all about it. I'd rather shoot with a controller. But yeah, I mean, I tried to make gaming videos for 2 years. Like 2015, 2016, I was making videos every week or 2 weeks, and like 40 people would watch them. And then when dealers started helping me and showing me how to do things properly and what kind of news to go after that was super hot, instead of talking about like Ubisoft comparisons or random things that were in my head, I started hitting algorithms and hitting what people wanted to see. And I had to work hard to get better at every video. Had to be better than the last one. It took a while to actually make a little bit of money. And then you get these guys. Sorry if that story bores you, but then you got these guys, you're like, there's no way, like, these guys are paid by Xbox. Like, no, Google pays me. You're watching my video, and you made me 0.00013 cents for watching my video. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, but they're like, oh, they're definitely getting paid. Like, they'll look at the content as positive. PlayStation guys, you're just making this. Either you're making shitting on Xbox, or you're making pro-positive PlayStation content, but the quality mark isn't there. So it's whose fault is it? It's your fault. It's your fault. The quality sucks ass that you're not making that money. It's also your PlayStation's fault that they don't bother melding and making an effort with the community.
Who got the picture with Yoshida?
Yeah, I like Yoshida. And he got a free picture with Colt Eastwood.
Yeah, who got the picture with Yoshida? Was it Nick Marseille? Was it King Thrash? Was it J-Tech? Was it Porter Rock? Was it, who was it? Oh wait, it was the X-Bot. Yes.
You should put that up again onto it just to piss people off and say, hey, PlayStation guys, listen. I just got paid by Shoei Yoshida as well. Here it is. So I might make a PlayStation video. Oh man, it's just like the tension is rising now. One way or the other, I hope the deal goes through because that'll make it so much more fun watching their fallout. Either way, though, if the deal fails, Tony's going to see Asa. Oh, is Asa streaming? Either way, look, if the deal fails, I'm genuinely saying this, and this isn't a coping mechanism. I don't give a shit. Well, I do give a shit.
Yeah, let's do this part.
Bro, if the deal... This is a very distinct possibility, chat. It's a 50-50 chance. That's what it feels like. If the deal fails, you're going to see, obviously, there's going to be a fallout. PlayStation guys are going to celebrate. They're going to be dunking on everything. Xbox guys are going to be like, oh, fuck this. I'll be at the front lines. I'm just going to swim. I'm just going to be like, the shit will be in my face, and I'll be like, just be swimming through
You
it.
win
Don't
either
worry.
way. That's what I hate about you.
No, bruv. I want the deal to fail. If I will take an L if the deal fails, but I'll still make sauce. The sauce is being made one way or the other because you have exposed how much threatened you were by this deal. You have exposed how much you care. Like Nick Marseille, he's obsessed with me, and he's fucking losing his mind off the PlayStation showcase. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm going to make incredible sauce. I hope the decision gets made. If I have so much content now for the sauce, but if the deal goes through, the sauce video will be fucking ridiculous. Guys going to pop champagne if the deal goes through. Yeah, absolutely, I will. But if it fails, Colt.
I don't even drink and I'll pop champagne. I told people that if this deal goes through, I'm gonna actually start using the term pony because I've refrained from it for like 5 years. I don't want to. Yeah, pony. I mean, I basically for the most part, I have rarely ever used the term ponies just to try to stay on the mature side of the console war. I don't even know why, but I do. I just don't use it. But when this deal goes through, you've all become ponies.
Oh man, it's just like,
I mean, we are going to be intolerable. But if the deal fails, that's kind of like what I said on your show. I'm like, you won't lose anything. Xbox just won't be making all that extra money behind the scenes. And hopefully they'll still be able to buy something, but it's going to suck so bad as an Xbox content creator or Xbox person who's very vocal on social media on the internet. Like, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, we drink pony tears up
We
in here.
will
We
be.
will be drinking pony tears. And look, it will suck, but at the same time, it's invigorating because Microsoft has this 70 billion. It may not necessarily all go to gaming, but it will invite
It'll
the
go to
chance.
AI. 65 billion of it will go to AI. Yeah.
Where Shabs being messy because where's Wally Gamer and Boarding Nick? They're always on you. They've gone, bruv. Well,
Thankfully for them who are able to keep my dogs fed by watching my YouTube comments and get me money on YouTube. Yeah.
man, the hate watching is real, man.
It is.
But I just genuinely look. If the deal goes through, people will still talk about Onward acquisitions. But if the deal fails, then people will definitely talk about Onward acquisitions. First 2 days will be crying about the inequity of it all. But then after that, just trust me on this, the community will rally up. They'll talk about, okay, what's next? Because I think the what's next is actually really freaking exciting. There is a next on this whole. So someone as a precursor, shout out to him, he sent me an article that confirms the Embracer Group is announcing its intention to carry out a directed share issue of about approximately SEK 2 billion through new shares. So basically issuing new shares. They're having a lot of trouble. They're basically ripe for some kind of essentially consolidation there. Sega, Colt, I know the Sega name is big. I'd love to see the Xbox Dreamcast. That name is incredible. But what would you get from Sega? You would get Sonic. You would get Persona. You would get Jet Set Radio.
Phantasy Star Online, which would remain multi-plat, which is an ongoing service game. It's really big. Yakuza games. Yep. Yeah, they'd be exclusive. Why not? I mean, Judgment was exclusive for like 3 years. Basically, which is like Yakuza 5 or 6, whatever it would be considered. I'm just now learning about Yakuza games over the past couple of years. Yeah, Yakuza could go exclusive, but they're about to put out Yakuza 8 or whatever it would be. That number would be. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of games, and they're saying them in the chat. Someone's like Alpha Protocol 2, baby. That Alpha Protocol was made by Obsidian and Sega, if I remember right. And it's a underrated, half-broken, great spy thriller that takes cues from the original Mass Effect. Alpha Protocol is pretty cool. Third-person spy thriller RPG. I'm pretty sure it was Obsidian Games through Sega. So, yeah, Golden Axe. Yeah, that would be amazing. Can you imagine Golden Axe and they just rip off God of War?
Golden Axe. Oh, my God. I love that game.
Golden Axe was a 3-player co-op melee beat-em-up.
So good.
Side-scroller.
So
imagine they turn that into the third person, over the shoulder.
I don't know if it would work. I think it would work like Diablo.
You talked about this on your show. You talked about this on your show, but what about Sarah driving by and taking that picture in the middle of nowhere?
That's 100%. That's 100%.
Is she just saying, "Man, we want these guys so bad. We're just waiting for the green"?
Nah, she went there for that meeting. That wasn't a holiday. That was a business trip. I'm telling you.
And she brought her family with her.
She may have. Did she
go? Did she go to the place that you told her in Chinatown to go check out to eat?
Oh yeah, Rasa Sayang. It's a really good Malaysian restaurant. But
did you go back to see if she liked it or anything?
She didn't tell me. I don't think she follows me. She hasn't told. She liked it. She liked the suggestion, but I don't know if she went. It was really good. Really good beef rendang. You have to try the beef rendang. If Rasa Sayang, and for those in London or anyone looking to visit.
Have you had the beef red dragon over there?
It's not halal. It's too much salt. give me diabetes straight away. Jet Set Radio, yes.
Yeah, Jet Set.
The rumors mill suggesting that Jet Set Radio is actually in active development. I don't know if it's Jet Set Radio Future though, because that's what it needs to be. or a sequel to that. I think there are a lot of remakes for things.
I wish I would have played that back when it was new and not, dated. Looks awesome.
Oh man, just already. You can still play it now. Oh well, there's no backward combat.
So when you play Sunset Overdrive at the beginning, like you feel like, oh, this is kind of like Jet Set. They're kind of similar.
Only when you first played Sunset, the grinding bits. That's the only thing. The vibe of Jet Set Radio. I can't even play music or my things on StreamYard, but I'll find a way. But it's so good as the music. Understand the concept of love hugging.
You are such a crack addict.
Hugging.
I can't do it. I'm too white. I can't do it.
Oh. With a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. He goes, the pub they buy in Japan would stay multiplat. They said so in their analysis. That's the publisher they would buy. They also have Relic, who made Company of Heroes and made Age of Empires 4. They'll scratch the RTS kind of itch, but I think they need to look a little bit more diverse into their portfolio, man. Like they need JRPGs. They need to cover Japan, man. It may not be what you're looking for, but Sega makes more sense for that.
Yeah. It doesn't bring anything like incredibly amazing to the Xbox platform, but
Persona exclusive.
I was talking to Rand on the phone about that, and he said just having the business relationship of owning Sega would be a massive boon for them in the market in Japan or in the East.
And you get Sonic. And you get Sonic. Sonic is a freaking insane mascot.
Well, I mean, you can't lose if Xbox says, hey, we want to buy something, and they're like, well, I don't think we want to put those exclusive. They're like, yeah, but they're going to drop in Game Pass, and that's going to just give us automatic growth. That's a fertilizer right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a different thing to think about. And we would scratch our heads, but PlayStation just bought Bungie, and Bungie goes, we ain't going exclusive. No, we're going everywhere. And that's unprecedented. Like, has that happened in the past where you buy a studio and they're like, no, we're staying multiplat. That doesn't only on Minecraft.
Bungie.
Just Bungie. And Activision Blizzard. It's well.
I don't think it's that full suite.
I have a confession to make. When I said 2 years ago or 3 years ago that Xbox is the market leader, I was speaking out of a very poor idea of what the term meant. A completely poor idea. I thought market leader meant, back when I said this in 2020 in a video and I tweeted it, I believe market leader was the one who runs the market and tells people where it's going, not who has the most sales in consoles or sales figures. Because I really felt like in 2020 that Xbox was leading the market. And I don't mean leading as in first place, as in guiding the market. And I 100% meant that Xbox is the market leader, that they were going to lead where we would go: cloud, voice chat, Xbox Live, playing online, bringing games to different devices, bringing games to PC, having a game subscription service be more popular than anything else. And I said, Xbox is the market leader. And people try to use that as the gotcha. They'll take that screenshot and go, this you? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. But like these guys only care about how many PS5 sold, and they already have one in their family room. And they care about sales. But Xbox is guiding the market where it's going to go. And we're already seeing PlayStation is following on almost every facet of those. Apart from day and day. Of the market direction. Right?
They are. You're absolutely spot on. Focus on gas more so than Xbox. Focus on, live service alone is a massive thing. Like there's a complete, like they've said it. You saw Jim Ryan in my last source video as well, and you've seen him saying by 2025, he said, yeah, 2025, you'll see mostly PC. 55% of their whatever was gaming, whatever is a PC and mobile. Like they are trying to catch up. Microsoft are making the big power play already for mobile on a level that Sony cannot dream of. But that Microsoft is leading the market in a way that it can by brute forcing its way or taking the incentive that Sony has to claw its way into. But ultimately, this is all a sign of Microsoft Microsoft absolutely is in the game now. Like what? Well, the $7 billion deal confirmed that. But if ABK fails, you're going to see pretty swiftly, in my opinion, some acquisitions that have been either deals that have been gestating in the background that are stalled pending the determination of this acquisition, or brand new ones, or they're just going to strike fresh conversations because Microsoft not done. The success of Game Pass depends on a global appeal, and right now it has strong bases in the Western world, but the East, Middle East, Asia, these are key regions. Microsoft has to, but they've already made it obvious, man. They've said it to you. They've actually explicitly said it. They said they have to cover Japan. They've explicitly taken a picture of Sega from Sarah freaking Bond. They literally showed you a statement of intent email from Phil Spencer on Sega. Not just a spurious consideration, a serious one. Someone in chat was saying it's not easy to buy a Japanese company. It'll be a lot more easier than ABK. I promise you that. There's a lot of different ways, joint venture agreements, even if what you're saying is true, but it's not the case. A lot of people think it's impossible. It is not impossible for Microsoft to acquire Sega. It's not impossible. And Sega Sammy may have said they're not interested now. They'll be interested in 2 days later after the FTC says no. Jeff Grubb said, Unlimited Power says, Jeff Grubb said on his podcast back in 2022 that he was told that Microsoft had already bought Sega in early November 2022. That's obviously not correct. But where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where the smoke, there's fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the statements have made it clear. Sega have come out.
How long? Remember how long these things are in the works before they finally become non-G14 classified? Yeah. Remember one of the guys in the community said that he knew about the Activision Blizzard thing, was told to put cold water over it. He knew about it before everyone else.
Shut up. No, you didn't. Who said that?
I don't want to say because you'll murk him. I don't want you to be nice.
Oh my god! I just remembered who. Well, I'm not gonna murk him. I'm not gonna murk him. It deserves to get murked.
Hey guys.
What a load of bollocks.
Hey guys.
I know.
We'll just enjoy that one for ourselves for just a moment.
You know who you are.
People don't hear about these supposed buyouts are so classified that I got made fun of because a community manager for Techland told somebody that, no, we're not being bought by Xbox. I said, the community manager is the last one to hear if a possible buyout is going to come out. Now, this was 3 years ago, and now, I think it was 2019, and now we find Techland is on their list of studios they want, on their short list of who they wanted to buy. And I was considered a liar. But that wasn't me with insider information. That was somebody just heard a rumor, and I just reported it as is. So whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people. I saw that Asa hit the nail on the head there. It's like everyone's like, "Well, I said this studio. Well, I said this studio. Well, I said." Everyone was saying every single studio. So I was just like, "Shut the flip up." We don't really know.
I called it, bro. I called it,
bro. But I'm excited for doing it. So it's. Oh, when are we gonna find out? I thought it was this week, isn't it? Like tomorrow.
It could be as early as today. Let me look at my clock on. It's 3:00 on the West Coast where the judge is making the decision. So would it be in the next hour and a half? Like, do they close? Do they try to leave the court the next hour and a half? Do they end their day at 4:30 or 5? Maybe it's tomorrow.
They confirmed that?
No, it's today would. No, I'm saying it's 3 p.m. right now where I am, where I'm in the same time zone as the court in California. So it could have been as early as today, but it could be in a couple of days. It could be next week. Hargeet's in the chat. He could just write in there and tell us when he thinks it possibly could be.
Hargeet, if you know, let us know.
He doesn't know, but like we were talking before the show about how soon it could be, and really it's just up to whenever
the judge is ready.
Yeah, I guess after she does all the math, she writes the pros and cons list and goes, choose on the end of the pen. I don't know.
She's gonna, bro. Listen, chat. This is how the decision is going to be made by the judge. She's going to be like, "All right, that was a terrible coin toss."
I think Sarah Bond deleted that picture of Sega Studios or Sega headquarters.
No way.
I can't find it.
No.
Hold on. If I write, I've been trying to find it while we've been talking. If I write Colt Eastwood and then shopping,
she would not. She would have not deleted that. Apology Channing with $5 super chat. For those that doubt that you can buy a Japanese company, Microsoft already owns Tango and Microsoft and looking to acquire Nintendo and Sega Square when they were starting. Yeah, absolutely. First of all, they tried to buy out Nintendo. If that was an impossibility, then why on earth? And that was a serious intent, by the way. If Nintendo said yes, they would have bought it. So why is Square Enix and Sega were the two front runners that were exposed in this hearing as Microsoft considering seriously to be acquired. Square makes more sense, as Hagi has been saying for a long time. Square makes a lot of sense. The Japanese centric. Oh my god, can you imagine the fallout? Microsoft just make final.
That or Capcom would just absolutely knock the hooves off the end of these guys' legs. It would be oh my gosh. Hargeet says it is possible that it could happen at the end of the day. She would directly inform the parties in private. She has to write up her decision, which is likely happening today, maybe tomorrow, or today or tomorrow.
Ooh.
And then he adds one more thing. Xbox has no games. Thank you, Hargeet, for that.
No, man, that would be oh man, I've got a busy day at work tomorrow. If that news breaks, and then I've got dinner with my girlfriend. Oh, that's gonna be bad
you get up and leave. She's like about to eat her food, and you're like, I gotta go.
Oh, here you go. You can pay the bill. I'm gonna go. Bye. Bye. Bye.
I found the picture, and this picture is such a non-photo of the M4.
Bro, the M4.
Other than the Sega building in it, it's just like there's a billboard.
Bro, I'm telling you, the picture looks dead as it is. But to take that picture is in the middle of nowhere. Like it's literally not middle of nowhere, but it's literally entering Hammersmith and Shepherd's Bush into London. It's like you would never. It's like going to see. Oh, I love the Grand Canyon. Here's a rock next to my foot in Vegas. It's just like what makes no sense.
Have you used the new Photoshop generative fill feature?
I haven't done that yet. You have to enter the beta. Have you used it?
I've been using it, bro.
Is it good?
I took the picture of Phil Spencer walking with the suit, and I added a top, sides, and bottom, and it looks legitimately like.
No way! I need to do that.
It's unbelievable.
Is it easy to sign up to that?
I put together a collage of FanFest, in a framed collage, and I had a picture of Jez Corden and I, a picture of Sarah Bond and I, and a picture of my wife and I, and they were all the same, except the one of my wife and I, the bottom of our legs were cut off, so I couldn't put them together all cool like, and so I regenerated the bottom, and it put me in different shoes, but kept my pants the same, and it put a purse on her arm. It was nuts, dude.
That's insane.
But I'm trying to put a shopping bag, put that building in a shopping bag in here, but I can't do it. Anyway, it's cool. It's really cool. You'll love it.
A lot of people say, what's up with your mic?
Yeah, I don't know. My mic is amazing when I record or make videos, but when I'm in StreamYard, it is really low quality. So what I did, you might want to bring me up. But
wait, did you go to your settings? Go on settings and go on audio.
Yeah.
And you may have echo cancellation or something on. It may have messed it up.
I turned it off because people are getting complaints either way.
Oh, really? Automatically adjustment.
Cancellation. Like, I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, that's very weird. I don't know. It sounds okay to me, but people are saying that.
You should be able to hear it fine. But then when I go through, when I was on your show on Saturday, I was at 150%. So I was probably clipping. But I put it at 100 before we got on here. But
Okay.
yeah, when I'm on, I was on Fonz's show and it sounded okay, but just depends. I don't know.
Donnie goes, the deal is going through. Rumor is the judge was taking. Well, rumor is the judge was the one taking the picture of the gathering of the bots at the breakfast table with Greenberg. Her cash is on that placemat. The gathering of Colt and the bots. Little Hoggy in the background. You can see his cute little face. You can see everyone there. It's such a good picture. Apart from the fact that you guys are doing all this shit. But yeah, do I think the stream
I just listened back. My mic sounds fine to me, but I don't know. It's like it lowers the quality of it or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We what can we talk about, Cole? By the way, like normally, what's the big news other than once the ABK decision is made? That's the show or shows sorted because people are going to be talking about that for ages. But there is no news about that for whatever reason. The judge hasn't written up a decision. What would we talk about?
I just remember I did move a knob back there. What would I talk about besides ABK?
Oh, you did move a knob down there. Yeah. I mean, what happened?
I did week? Like the other day when I was trying to move my noise compressor or reducer. I don't know. Like that's my problem. I need to make a video this week, and I was thinking about making a video about what's going on with Forza Motorsport, but I don't think there's a lot of buzz other than we just want to play the game. And Dave, stop. You're making me feel bad about my mic. And then I wanted to make a video breaking down everything about Avowed that we know, but here's the problem with content creation when I was talking about, you know, creating things that people will like, and it's really difficult to cover something and nobody watches it. Like it's really low on your metrics and you feel like you worked really hard and not a lot of people wanted to watch it. I got that with the Starfield video like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know what, there really isn't anything going on. And it's typically normal in July for the news circuit to be really, really low or really quiet, right?
It does, but you might actually see a little bit in August. So just announced both Phil and I hope to get to see them. Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg are both attending. What's it called?
Gamescom. But it's August something, right?
August
when is
21st or 22nd. I need to book my hotels. I booked the time off. I need to book my flights and hotels. Xbox and Bethesda is going to be so they're going to be there. So Starfield is definitely being shown. I guarantee you, Starfield is going to be shown. Aaron Greenberg.
Yeah.
Let me play before everyone else. Let me skip the queues. Is this a new channel? It's been an old channel of mine for my personal stuff, but it's a new channel with a lot more updates. See, chat, can I make a poll? Can I ask? The source will exist, and one day I will move the source to this channel because it's more on brand.
Yeah.
It's definitely more on brand. The Game on Daily is supposed to be like platform agnostic, or even if I'm, because I make most of the videos. Ace the lazy shit doesn't make any videos, but it's going to be more high production value. Well, source is high production value, but more high production value stuff on Game on Daily and more serious stuff. Whereas here you'll see the source. But I will make, I don't know what to call it, but I will make more fanboy vids. Like, like Alex and Fritanga.
My worry is that I think I set those three knobs back to where they were, but I'm whatever. My worry, I found a picture where I took a picture after I got it set up. My worry is that you make these sauce videos and you put them on septic sauce and you don't have as much people watching as you would from all the Game on, like we've been talking about this behind the scenes, because I can spend about 6 to 7 hours on a video on average for a video I do every week. Gaz will spend like days, like 3 or 4, sometimes 5 days of different segments of shooting, recording, audio, finding music, editing, like all the stuff. It's crazy. So when you watch a sauce video, get yourself some popcorn, get yourself some good, finger foods, because It's worth it, baby. It's worth it.
Thank you, appreciate it. No, honestly, a lot of work does go into it, but
what
it's
about
not sustainable? Like just doing that.
I'm workshopping this as we go. Maybe this is a really dumb idea. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Because I think I said this to Gaz. Like, what about he makes a sauce video and he uploads it on Game On Daily and Septic Sauce, and just what is that a terrible idea?
I just don't want to duplicate content. This just seems a bit lazy. I will. The source videos are going to get more incendiary. I know it will, and I just feel like it's not on brand with Game On Daily. But the problem is, I don't think, like you said, enough people watch it. But I'll have to do the grind again and build that audience here. But the idea, Colt, is I'll have a lot more consistent content here. Hopefully people like the content. It'll build up subs on this channel pretty quick because YouTube only
I think
14K
so too.
subs. 14K subs isn't that much for Game On. Like, we're pretty small. Let's be real. So, like, am I losing that much? Like, it's a lot for us, but like,
well,
I mean,
you did a sauce video here.
It's a lot,
and it did pretty good numbers, like it would do on Game On Daily, right? Or not too bad, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it did that Redfall video did well, like 10K. Like, I'm comfortable putting it here. All I care about right now is quality and get enough views, but they'll come. I think they will. Shout out to you guys and all the nice words you're joining. Should be the director's cut of the source videos. Maybe do a promo on Game On Daily for Septic Sauce. I'm just going to do, one day I will do, not now, but one day with the source video, I will at the end say it's moving. But Sean says he thinks I'll grow here. I'll do more daily content, not daily, but weekly content, 1 or 2 videos a week. Less mad edits, which I'll do on the weekend. I won't have much rest, but I will do it. It'll be pretty shit, pretty sick, not shit. Space Yogurt says, can you push for the videos on Game On Daily community tabs, perhaps? Don't want to meld the two. This is a personal channel. I want to separate the things.
Oh, that's kind of a good idea though. But yeah, I mean, that's better than my idea that's actually a good, I don't want to say that's actually a good idea. I want to say that is a viable idea for you to release your sauce video on Septic Sauce and then post on Game On Daily in the community tab. Like, the ponies are out in the streets crying and wailing, ABK is passed or something like that.
Yeah,
and there's the link.
Sense. Yeah.
I think it's Space Yogurt. That's a really good idea. Yogurt.
Yeah. Yogurt. Can you push the videos? That's good. I should shout. Maybe I'll take it. I'll take your source videos anyway. Thank you, Dave. But yeah, how do I find the time? Yeah, I don't know.
Aren't you a real estate lawyer? What the? I don't have the energy anymore. He does. Yeah. Well, I'll speak for him. Gaz does work himself ragged at his job, then comes home and pours his guts into videos, and then goes to sleep at 1 a.m. and he's not even done with the video it was due that day. And I know.
And I can't sleep that day because I've let people down, and I'm like, the next day I'm like thinking of videos and thinking of the timeline, and I should have edited this and that. It's just a lot.
Then sometimes the last 1 minute of the video, you feel like you just get it done so you can get the video out, but they're always turn out really great. And I've been telling Gaz for a long time, it's like, you need to be able to just get that video that day and just make it, and
that's what I'll do.
Need to work on some efficiency, but he's trying his hardest for the people.
I'm trying. If this is a full-time gig, I promise you, I will deliver the dankest tangs. Both me and Colt. If me and Colt were doing this full-time, all the time, this is our main job. Oh my God. We would bless you. Because both me and Colt always feel guilt. Always. 24/7. There's always guilt.
Always.
Colt told me that. He's like, guys, it's this massive guilt. I'm like, what do you mean guilt? Now I completely understand it. I'm like, oh,
there's massive guilt when I look at on my phone, and the YouTube algorithm or the YouTube analytics things tells me my subs are dropping. People aren't engaging in my channel because I haven't made a video. It's, like right now it's been over a week now. I think I did a video 8 days ago, and YouTube's basically saying, you suck. Everyone's leaving. and I want to make something, but I don't want to give you something that you don't want to watch. And
Yeah, it's just
but we love you. We love you.
It's
People like
bad.
Brian Harris, Assassin, Dave,
Shabs,
all you guys that are,
all
you guys in the chat, man. We really
Well,
appreciate it. And hit the like button for Gaz because he's sexy.
No,
hey, Gaz, you want to do like a like if I could do the show like 3 hours earlier, you want to come on X&C and guest with me one night?
Oh, hell yeah. What do you mean? I miss X&C,
so like
man.
Instead of doing one at 1 in the
moment.
morning, like me start something at like 10 at night for you, and we'll do the show. That's still
I'd love to do that.
Maybe 9 in the morning or 9 at night for you. Something like really early. I'll just take a few
10
hours off. Everyone's like, why can't you do
okay.
X&C earlier? It's
10
like
is fine.
Yeah, something like that. I think it'd be fun.
I would do it. I miss X&C so much. It was a lot of fun. It was like it was an end of an era, like when I did it. But I'd love to guest on it. That'd be amazing. I could do 10. It's no problem. It goes back
we'll
to
set
1
it up sometime.
Fine. Usually sleep around that then anyway. Well, chat. I think we just talk. Before let's just talk about life. No, I don't know. I just like talking to people.
I know. I think people are getting a little weird when we're talking about the color of people's skin, but
I think it's so important to talk about stuff
love.
like that.
It's all love.
I think it's important to talk. I think Twitter's really weird and cliquey, and I think there's a lot of it is the American element of it, or different cultures of like really on social media. But when I'm gonna do more of these streams, I will talk about that more. I don't care if people get offended. I don't care if people misinterpret it and then call me whatever they want. I know what's in my heart, and I think my heart intentions are really good, and I think that's really important. Not in the way that the media peddles it, like, oh yeah, let's woke shit. I hate woke shit. Like, I hate it because it does nothing for social cohesion. But I love talking about that. I love talking about culture. I love that's just me, man. That's just me and you. We always talk about that stuff all the time in the background.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna celebrate what different parts of people's culture, that's cool. But the rest, just ignore it, man. Just find some good friends to game with, man. I hang out with a lot of different cool people.
It's a touchy topic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because of the internet, I've been able to hang out with people that are so different from me that you might not get that where you're from. Maybe your school just has a lot of like one type of person, and everyone just likes World of Warcraft. I don't know, but we have a good time with it. Yeah, maybe everybody you go to school with only plays on PC, and you're insufferably miserable because they're all like. No, I'm just kidding.
We just thought. Wait, I used to get that. I remember this pretty racist guy. He was actually Asian in school. He's like, "Why do you like all? What are you trying to be? Black? You like black culture? You had all your friends are black. Like you're dressing like them." I was like, "Yeah, and what?" He's like, "What do you mean? You don't like? I like your culture. I love my own culture, but I love being. Yeah, I love it. I love their culture. What do you want me to do? Why am I hanging around with them? I got." Just by association, I had so many racists. Like, it was like, oh, you just
maybe that guy doesn't like someone else's culture, and then he just pushes that on you. But
he's pretty racist.
Hey, have some fun.
Safe to say he was racist.
Since you love music, I remember my friend was like, "Why do you listen to that music in high school?" Like, I listened to hip hop, R&B, rap, gangster rap, and stuff. And I said, "You know what?" I was like, the music I listen to is all about partying, having a good time, going and finding some girls, driving in your car. I said, your music is about, I hate everyone. I don't want to be around it, because he listened to grunge alternative in the early 90s. Yeah. I said, my music is about happiness, and your music is about misery. And that was like the joke that we used to have back in the day.
Happiness.
Well, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, in the mid 90s, it was about, that's happiness, baby. I choose one. That was happiness. But that was like our little like superficial joke that my music's about having a good time and partying, yours is about being miserable and Jeremy spoken. We were good friends, but it was kind of how we razzed each other. But shout out to people who love all kinds of different music. Love you.
Shit, man. That's what it is. That's what it's all about, bro. Like, that's what me and Fonz were talking about. Like, if me and Fonz had a podcast, I won't even repeat the name of the podcast, because the name. You
guys just have a really, really insensitive and offensive name, and that would be fun. And shout out to Fonz. He's a lot like us. He listened to a lot of the same style of music and still kind of does. I still kind of do too. So Fonz is like, he's a multicultural dude. We love Fonz. Fonz is an
man.
amazing person. A lot of the people are really great in this community, except for Rand. Like Rand's just a piece. No, we're just joking. We're all great, but
No,
it's a good community, man. It really
it is a
is.
good community. I feel like we should tear the barriers a little bit, let a little bit of free flowing discourse. With that comes some risk of people misinterpreting, getting defensive, and all of that. But the ultimate end goal is for us to
Freaky Jason.
assimilate.
Yes. He's Fonz hates life though. Yeah, Fonz loves to, he loves to be miserable, and then he loves to laugh, and he's great. We love Fonz. No, it really, when you're talking about it, like
a lot as well,
most of the stuff we deal with, like 99% of the stuff we deal with is you like PlayStation and you hate Xbox, right? Thankfully, that's most of what we deal with. But if you like here's my heartwarming message to you all. If you like PlayStation, you're a piece of crap.
Yeah. Fact. Dealer Gaming said that.
Yep. Wait, is he here?
Really no, he's not.
Or somebody just quoting him.
Yeah, I'm just it says shout out to
Dealer. Shout out to Dealer. Yeah, Dealer's another one who's like multiple different types of music, and just he doesn't care who anybody is, just as long as they're a good person and they like Xbox.
And NBA 2K. That guy's fucking played it too much. He's addicted. He needs to stop.
I got on Xbox and it said Dealer's playing Gatorade City. I'm like, what the crap's he? Oh, NBA. NBA. Yeah, shout out to Dealer. He is another really good dude. He doesn't care who you are, just as long as you like playing good games. You're not a total a-hole. We got good people in this community, man.
He's disappeared, bro. He's always on his I don't know where he is at.
Well, he has way more new friends that we don't know, so you can't cross-pollinate. And that's you step away. You gotta be careful. You step away from people. You don't get to hang out as much. But yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah. He'll always be. I always rate him, man. He's just there's a level of purity with him. But I just haven't chatted to him in a while. I can't see it. I know I appear offline all the time. I think he's doing the same now. So it's like.
Abdel 114 says Tim Dog's giving Pony meltdowns for talking to Phil. There was a whole controversy about how Phil and Tim Dog interact on social media, and people were saying that's so fake.
PG.
Like, why don't you just do that if you have? Why don't you use his personal phone number and message him? It's like that's the whole thing though. Like talking to Phil like in public, it's like it looks cool, I guess. I don't know, but it's Tim's good for it, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, BG. I get where BG's coming from. I get what it looks like to him. I don't agree with his view. And I did come back to him, and I was countering his points, and I said, look, what don't you? You were saying that there should be a separation between the companies and the consumer, and I'm like, well, that makes no sense, because the connection is good, because it's a double-edged sword. Microsoft has now opened this communication up that you can hold them accountable for. If they keep if they suddenly shut up and be quiet and recede into the shadows, then you can say, oh, you know what the hell's going on, Microsoft? You were talking to us. I was saying the same thing about Jason Ronald, even though he actually responds to me in DMs very quickly. But I'm being a dick. I publicly said, well, Jason, I feel feel like there's a responsibility for me to put the pressure on publicly. But I did say, with Jason Ronald was very quick to jump into these interviews before the launch for marketing purposes, but disappeared when this power thing didn't come to fruition. And in DMs he explains why, and whatever, and hopefully the thing will get resolved. But I still don't think that's good enough. And so I still maintain that position. Whereas with Aaron Greenberg and Matt Booty, I said, what is Matt Booty doing? He needs to leave. He's not doing anything. I take that back.
Told you guys.
I was wrong. I was wrong. But Matt Booty is a freaking... Bro, that guy's got teeth. When he saw that...
I talked to Matt a couple different times, and I kept saying, I think there's a fire there that he's trying to push through the culture of Microsoft, where they're like, you can't yell at people, don't tell them what to do, you can't be hard on people. And I think Matt Booty comes from Midway, where they literally made the game and the arcade machine, and they cranked that thing and they kicked it out the door, and they're, gosh dang, go out there and make some quarters. And he comes from that culture, and they brought him on. And he's like, you brought me on because I'm a get it done type of person. And I was in an elevator with him, and he sounded like he was really upset about something. Hargeet grilled him about how they didn't have any games for 2022 at the last Fan Fest in 22.
Oh, nice.
And Matt was like, I was standing right there, and I'm like, Hargeet, oh my gosh, like you're not, geez.
Yes, Hargeet, yes.
And I'm like, ease into this stuff. And Matt was like, you could tell Matt was so mad. He's like, because he said something like to the effect of, we're really ticked off because we have this incredible lineup of games next year, but nothing's ready right now. And that's when he said the whole thing about the Excel spreadsheet. But Matt Booty he's got that fire, and he just needs to. I think they're kind of taking him off the leash finally as he's working his way in.
Well, it looks like he was pretty like his correspondence, the manner of his assessment on Microsoft's position in the market was really good. It was just like, okay, not only is there awareness, because for ages I thought he was just sitting there not really understanding the industry, but Sean says the court case has been great for the community because it shows because it's going to force more accountability for these companies. Yeah, absolutely.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. But it also showed they are some real human people with human emotions who are going through the motions and trying to make sure that this industry, like, they're fighting. Microsoft is fighting. Matt Booty is fighting. Phil Spencer. And the email between him and Jim Ryan, Jim Ryan's email was blatantly written by his lawyers, whereas Phil Spencer's one looked actually written by him. And the language, like, it was just like cold, but it was real. And it was just and Jim Ryan was such an entitled piece of shit with his email. Like, oh my God, what the fuck? Are you the one buying that ABK? We wanted this list of
they'd be better off building an EV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to the credit of the PlayStation fans who get mad that these executives talk and interact with fans, Xbox has to have a grassroots approach right now because they're picking back up from almost laying down for a long time. And they kind of have to treat it sort of like a grassroots, like, let's get out here and let's interact, because they don't just they rarely interact with the big content creators, the big influencers. You don't see massive interaction with 2 million subscriber or 2 million follower Twitch streamers. Their interactions are with any fan. Like, they don't look and say, oh, that person doesn't have enough followers, so I'm not going to reply to them. They have to treat it like the grassroots.
It's definitely tactical. It's definitely tactical. And their focus is actually more like us, content creators like us, who follow the industry stuff as well. Like, it's obvious based on people they hang around with. It's you guys, Iron Lords, the kind of funny guys. They're hanging around with that level, that kind of content.
I mean, honestly, people like the Iron Lords or big YouTube content Xbox channels have kept them floating along while they've been picking themselves out of a drunk gutter. Yeah, and people who don't think that I can be objective, like, I've told people a million times that Xbox sat in the dugout and did nothing for about 8 years. And the people like me who were like, said, hey, this is really cool about Xbox, or hey, they bought this studio, so hopefully see these things. And people say, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the future. Some of these people have helped keep the fans listening until Xbox finally had some funding. And it sucks to say. PlayStation hasn't had that. Their executives don't need to have an interaction and get that momentum going, because for 25 years they've always had a steady flow of income because their games have been great and their fan base has always been growing. Yeah. So is that bad for Xbox, Gaz?
No, it's not. I mean, my little video of Phil Spencer like saving Xbox, one of the things I cited repeatedly was the communication between Xbox is one of the reasons why Xbox righted the ship. That two-way, and remember, it's a two-way conversation. That conversation actually put Xbox in good stead because they understood, had an awareness of the core gaming audience that actually they were so blind with the Xbox One that you knew they had no awareness of the market. So that communication is so fundamentally important. And it just cascades down. I always say it cascades down. You may think like, all right, fine. People on TikTok thought someone was saying that people on TikTok thought the PlayStation Showcase was okay, fine. But really, generally, people will be like, look at after the Xbox Showcase, that was the first time the Xbox Series X console had sold out after a long time. After that showcase, what are you telling me? What are you telling me with that? Like, what do you think that means? What do you think that means? It means people we're not a negligible. And a lot of people say these core games are a tiny piece of this big pie. We were the most we're right in the middle, the nucleus of it all. All of you are watching this. All the people who follow this gaming news, we are the nucleus of the gaming industry. Microsoft cannot ignore that. Sony cannot ignore them. Nintendo can't. The game shows, these showcases, they are designed. Phil Spencer does listen. He does talk. The dialogue is the reason why the developer direct was drafted the way it was and designed the way it was. So was the showcase event. It's always the literal format of it has been designed by the community who have, through the years and all the different iterations of different shows, have told you through positive feedback, this is the kind of show. Nintendo Direct is really good. Nintendo Direct is successful. So Microsoft did that with Developer Direct, and they've done the same thing with the showcase.
Oh, so, I mean, the Xbox Developer Direct isn't a copy of State of Play or Nintendo Direct at all. It's actually really the name is similar. But the Xbox Developer Direct is the whole idea is we're going to take you into the studio and you're going to hear from the people making the game what they're about to show you. And I talked to one of the heads of marketing at Xbox before the showcase in LA, and he's like asking me, he's like, Colt, what do you think about what we're doing and the cadence of what we're doing for marketing? And I said, well, I don't want to tell you guys what I think you should do, but I think if you guys did one big direct in the middle of the year, and then you had showcase in June, and then a presence at either Gamescom or the Video Game Awards, you've got the news cycle like nailed down. And I think fans would be really happy with that kind of cadence of big stuff every 6 months or every 4 months on average throughout the year. And he goes, that sounds pretty solid. And I was like, okay, so I mean, I'm sure that's their thing. Like in January, they'll prep for an early direct and they'll talk about, Avowed, Clockwork, South of Midnight, and all that other stuff. That's an
incredible thing. That's an incredible format. If they do
remember how much we loved Redfall at that developer direct in February or whatever it was, or January. Remember how great we thought it was? Like it looks so cool.
Look how confident these people are. Look how nice. The big smiles. Oh, they look really happy. They did look happy. God will I ever not make the mistake of reading into the big smiley faces at these developer directs as any indication of quality.
Game.
Oh my God, they were such good actors because holy shit, that game was a absolute abortion of a game. Huggy Chatty with
say the word. It looks like
ass. Straight ass. Huggy Chatty with a $5 super chat. Sorry, it's been a while. I've just had it there for ages. I'd like to see us tear down the barriers with Sony creators as well. We should all be happy to have awesome capabilities to play games. I do that. I do that with Game On Daily. I've had people get pissed off at me. I know Portrock is a massive pony, but I've enjoyed being on his show. I've been enjoying him on it, but he's toxic as fuck as well. And sometimes it comes to a point where like you're being super toxic. I'm being super toxic.
Which one?
And Portrock.
Oh,
you guys hate
so
each other.
I was reading Hargey's tweet after you said it, and then his chat. Yeah, I mean
I try and bridge. I mean, look, bless J-Dub, he's actually a little bit ill right now. But J-Dub is coming to London. When he comes to London, I'm going to show him a sick time, bro. Like literally, it's like, where do you want to go? I've got like sick nights out. You want to party? I will hook it up. Now look, how about this, chat? How about this? I get to meet J-Dub, the PlayStation pony, before I meet Colt Eastwood, one of my best friends. What freaking disgusting twist of fate. I meet J-Dub before I meet you. J-Dub's a better friend. Thank you, Jay, for taking the time to see me. You are a true friend, unlike freaking Colt Eastwood, you bastard.
I sat here with you on the phone and looked at flights for Germany and Cologne for Gamescom, and I was like, Except it was like
it
was like 20 hours of travel. It was like a 3-stop flight from
3-stop flight,
Washington.
20 hours. You'll be dead. You'll be dead. I'm telling you right. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. I'll definitely come to you. God willing, I'll come to you soon. True Iron Leg. I don't have not seen you before on here, but thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. Because I used to be a quiet fan in the background. Now I'm becoming more vocal and involved. Keep up the great work. Good. That's what you need to be. It's good to sometimes be quiet in the background and observe, but it's good to get your voice heard as well. I think a lot of people need to do that. J-Dub. I like J-Dub. He's such a troll. He's such a troll. But he makes me laugh. Like, I see his tweets. I just like, sometimes like, oh, you're such a shithead. How did you? But it's like, I'm like, hold on. You got me there. Well done. That's all it is. Like, in the land of trolls, you just want to get a little bit of reactions. I reckon, yeah. Look, chat. Colt Eastwood, there's a lot of history there. But there's some people, if I brought them into the same room, some people.
Yeah, they would be cool. They would be cool.
It'd be cool. I feel like Potrock would be that guy. He may be strong, but if you sat in a room, there'll be a bit of awkwardness, and after that, you guys will just have a good time. I think J-Dub is really nice.
It's the great like universe filter of the internet that allows us to the electric fence that allows us to bark at each other on the other side. But
I mean, even then, sometimes
except now, normally I would tell you that I could be mature. Like I would bro hug Porter Rock, J-Dub, whoever, Nick Marseille, no problem. I would love that. Just for the
Nick
privilege
head.
to
meet
meet those.
Lotion on Nick Marseille's head.
Just a little bit, and Jill, just a little bit. Wax his head like I'm going to the hole.
And massage his head, some minoxidil, and let me grow some hair for you.
Like I can do that, and I would be cool with it. Like, hey man, because that's cool. But I'll tell you who I couldn't do that with. I could not bring myself to be normal to Jason Schreier, and we were an arm's length from Jason Schreier 5 different times in LA at the hotel lobby, like over and over. And I so bad wanted to go up with my phone and get a selfie with him just for gas. Now I'm like, Jason doesn't know who the crap I am. Jason doesn't know what I look like. Jason's had me blocked since 2017. He's probably never seen a video of mine. I'm sure he doesn't know who Colt Eastwood is or who Colt Eastwood looks like. Now I was gonna go up and go, hey Jason, let's get a selfie real quick. Bang, walk off. That was it. And send it to Gaz. I couldn't bring myself to do it because it just emanated. It just oozed. I'm normally a nice person, Gaz, but he was just so. I don't know what it is. Just so weasel. Just a weasel in baggy jeans and
I don't know why this song's playing.
Just sexual.
That's what Jason Schreier. This is a song dedicated to Jason Schreier. Jason's all alone. Stop being a dick. You little fat prick. I don't know if he's fat. This is so toxic. Sorry, Jason.
That's so rude. You know what? Let's take all that back and just throw it in the recycle bin, but don't empty it. Just leave it there so I can use it later. But that was rude. Hargit was there. He goes, next year we're definitely meeting Jason. Hargit was right next to me. I'm like, I just can't do it. For 2 reasons, like half and half, right? Like an ice cream cone with vanilla and chocolate on one side. Half of me was like, I don't want to be near him. And I just don't have that full respect for him. The other half was like, that's really rude of me to use him as a butt of a joke, even if I privately send it to Gaz. I just couldn't do it.
I would do it. Oh, I already know exactly what I'd do. I would fucking be like, yo, Jason, you blocked me, you bitch. What's up? Block me now. Hi, in real life, motherfucker. I would do that. I would be such a menace at these shows.
Delta169 goes, what the F is Colt doing with his mic? I was like...
Oh man, shout out to Cerebral Assassin. It's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
What have you done to me? I used to be so clean and clear. What have you done?
Him. The sauce, ladies and gentlemen, is seeping into the pores of Colt. Just basically said Schreier's a slimy piece of He just hates it. You guys are awesome together, says Cerebral Assassin. Just
Oh,
friends.
Cerebral,
That's the thing.
bro.
Shout out to you, man. And
I
Cerebral,
would
is
love to meet. Oh no, it's Alex in person. I would love that so much.
I like to meet loads of people, mostly
Bro, you
from
don't
the
even know.
community as
Okay.
well.
You don't even know. Like everyone was in line for FanFest in the morning before they like shuttle us into the building, and I would stop and talk to people that have watched you and I on X and C, and they're like, "Hey, Colt, I watched you on X and C, and you and Gaz and stuff, or you and Meg," and bro, it's like the coolest. They were like, "Oh, it's so cool to meet." I'm like, "No, dude, are you? It's so." I get to meet somebody that watched my show, another fan that likes Xbox, like
That's
somebody who's
crazy.
here and real, like a real person. It is so awesome. Bro, one of these days, the slow motion run in the airport. Play the music. You and I. Play it.
Another day has gone. I'm still all alone.
Your wife is gonna be like, "Oh God, I've lost him."
she wants to. She's gonna be there like this.
Yeah. My girl.
She tells me, "Oh, she's like, Gaz isn't gonna go to LA." No, she goes, "When am I gonna record the slow motion run in the airport?" And my man boobs are like. And then right before I get to you, security's like, "Come with me, sir." They take you off.
They'll be saying that to me is like,
yeah,
the TSA really slow, really
like,
slow.
Sir,
I was like,
sir.
I was like, "Well, mother of bitches, what did I do?" That's
sir
not
with the Scud missile in his back pocket. Get over here.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Oh days.
JD gave me the $5 super. Shout out to you, JD. I saw you dropping some sauce, bruv. Oh, the Iron Lord show. Ah, I'm just too fat right now. My body's a pain. Has anyone noticed?
Darren says Schreier's skin is so thin, I'm surprised he could actually go outside where people could potentially hurt his feelings.
Who said that?
You imagine I had flash on the selfie and he just melts.
Darren, you fucked up guy. Oh man, I'm gonna have to highlight that. Has anyone noticed JD that Xbox will be at Tokyo Game Show? Have they announced that? And so will Platinum Games.
Yeah, they announced it. Let me get it's on Aaron's tweet. It's the other one where he's not talking about breakfast with us.
Okay, so
Let
we
me
have
grab
that
it really quick. It's right.
What are they
here.
even working on? Platinum Games. Any of you attending this showcase? I'd love to attend Tokyo Game Show because I work for Japanese clients and they might.
Wait, did you say Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom?
TGS.
I was thinking. I'm sorry, I was thinking the Gamescom.
No, Gamescom's confirmed. That's confirmed.
Yeah.
Next year we'll definitely meeting Jason. Oh, I'm gonna troll Jason in real life. Eric.
It would be so great if we just if we didn't say anything. Say, hey, selfie real quick, and you and me. Oh my gosh.
Well, go on, Splend. JD Gamer, because I need King David in the next Source video, bruv. Guys, we've got to make this happen. If the ABK deal goes through, that'll be the most epic moment ever. That's actually a sick shout. I actually put that in my little notes about King because we were supposed to do a collab already. I'm gonna go raw. Please God, just make it go through so I can make such great dank content if it goes through. I don't know. It's so tense. If it doesn't go through, we'll still make a sick Source video. Trust me. I already know what I'm making, but I'd love to make it with someone just put a picture of some fucked up picture of Phil Spencer. Yeah, I'll make it with King David. It'll be epic. I had King David in the first few Source episodes as well. Like, he's a OG in the Source. Oh my, Alex, you love Marlon Gaming Nation. You are so obsessed with him. You bring him up every single time.
He was really mad in that video the other day where he slammed his desk and was upset about Xbox buying
Marlon
things.
Gaming Nation has always been a pony. Okay, look, I like Marlon.
I do
Marlon,
too. I do too.
But he's funny, like he has a persona and all of that, but he has always been a pony. And it was funny. And he's going to be in the Source, but it's funny how as soon as Xbox started to do really bad and the power thing, the old monitor was coming out of him, and then when the ABK thing, bro, I've got the clip and I'll show you he's like, when everything got announced, yeah, this is off the back of Microsoft getting lots of wins. This is before all the shit of 2022. Everyone was like, Xbox is doing really well. And Marlon felt the loss from the power narrative, the teraflops. Remember his face, like, oh, 9 teraflops. The whole face dropped. And he started to work his way towards Xbox because the Xbox was doing well. But when the ABK deal got announced, he was like, guys, this is amazing. This is my source video. Like, it's an amazing thing. Like, it's great. Microsoft are really taking gaming seriously. Cut to today. Dude, are you guys just just love everything consolidation. You have no quality, you have no demands, you're just making it's like you turned back. And it didn't surprise me. I just found it hilarious, which I wanted to make that source video last week. But yeah, he is always going to be a pony. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay to be a pony. It is. Honestly, I don't hate ponies. I think. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm turning into something else, Colt. I'm turning into the parody that I am. I just feel like I'm embracing it a little bit more. But no, Marlon.
It's okay.
Shout out to Marlon. I'll try and get him on. Hello, Asa. Asa's not here, bro. Apologies for being a dick that time. My mother's right. I'm an asshole. Anyway, I'm sorry. Noam Chomsky, who are you talking to? Because there's no Asa here. Wrong stream, my friend. I think he's streaming right now. Can a pony like Marlon Nation come on Game On Daily? Alex,
he already has.
He's come on 3 times on Game On Daily. Of course he can. Anyone can. I'll get Portrock on one day as well, but the chat will hate him. But I like him. I feel like they can have.
I'm looking at Nick Marseille's Twitter account right now, and he has 3 tweets that go in a cycle. Anti-Xbox, Colt Eastwood, Gaz. Anti-Xbox, Colt Eastwood, Gaz.
He's so fun. He's on holiday, ladies and gentlemen. He's on holiday.
He's in France. He's like, Colt Eastwood, send. Gaz, Anti-Xbox.
A little bit
Colt
of Zelda.
Eastwood.
Nick must say, even though I fucking destroyed him on socials, he's not a total dick. He takes it a bit too seriously. When the thing that pissed me off about him was when he went after Mike Rose. Now, I'm not massive friends with Mike Rose, but he called him a effing clown or something like that. And I'm like, because he said the $70 model was unfair, you called him a clown for that? Like, that's when I got, I'm associating with a guy who takes it so seriously that will call out, and it was the thread. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you need to step back a little. But then I say that, I'm also very incendiary, but I'm incendiary in a different way. Not against developers, unless they've done something like 343. I was like, goodbye, Bonnie Ross. You murked it. I was happy you left. I wasn't happy you had like potential family issues that you said, but yeah. Alex, am I getting David Jaffe back on? Yes, absolutely. I love David Jaffe. The problem with David Jaffe getting him on or ask him to come on is I have so much reverence and respect for him.
Yeah.
I don't want to. That's the thing. You don't want to take the piss. With Jeff Grubb, for instance, he's a bigger journalist. He's just a journalist, but I used to ask him so much and I almost pester him and he didn't respond. I'm never asking him again.
You would threaten him to come on the show.
Yeah, I sent a load of videos at one point. Then after a while, you don't get... See, chat, one thing, if you're starting a podcast, sometimes you have to be relentless. When I started, I had to be like really pushy, and I hate being pushy because I want people to actually want to come on the show. And Jeff Grubb, I really like Jeff Grubb, but Jeff Grubb didn't bother responding, and I felt like I was being that guy. So I will not invite Jeff Grubb again, not because I have any animosity to him, but because I don't think he wants to be on the show. And if he did, it would have made it easy. And that's fine, man. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm not going to ask him again. But he's a nice guy. Don't read into that. It's just a case of
I've
still wanna-
asked some pretty big-ish people, and you see the friction a couple of times, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave him alone forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Paris Lily and Asa don't get along, and Paris
Oh, yeah.
Lily when he came on your show, I thought he was really apathetic. I thought at one point he was really nice. He seemed sincere, and I did.
Well, 20
warm up
minutes
to
we
him.
couldn't even do the show because I had the sound completely
Oh my god,
messed up.
Yeah,
But
that was weird. But then he Paris was just didn't seem like you wanted to be there, and I was just like, well, don't really care.
when you
for
bring
that.
people on
But
your
you seem nice.
show,
Yeah,
we-
you never know. You never
except
know.
not me, because like I'm here because you're one of my best friends. But when you bring a guest on the show, you got to make sure that they have the floor for most of the show. And I've been on podcasts where they bring a guest in, that guy's sitting there the whole time going,
Oh yeah. I can name a few where you're
Yeah.
literally a satellite as a guest, and I can't do that. But sometimes
Yeah.
my ADHD gets the best of me, and you're conscious of always getting a guest viewpoint in. And sometimes sometimes a guest will come in, and they may not know that much about the topic, so you're a bit worried about
Yeah.
putting them on the spot as well. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so so it's like Captain Crunch's Paris didn't want to shake the hand of that fella that showed him the Dune projects. Well, that was awkward. Don't know why.
I don't know how you know about that story, but it's Paris
no
with two
idea.
R's.
2 hours, yeah.
Everyone in the chat that writes Paris with one R.
No, you Supernova, you.
Gaz and Paris have this rivalry going on where they razz each other about having a real life fight at E3 one day, but Paris
I would actually do a
super
proper
nice.
boxing match with him. That would give me an incentive to get in shape.
You know, he's got like 7 inches of reach on you, I think, bro.
Yeah, Reach
Yeah.
would be really bad. His technique would be shit because he's old. But yeah, if I got in shape,
He's my age, you jerk. Yeah, well, that's
Is he?
true. I guess if I tried to box you, my arm would probably fall out of my socket again. But yeah,
I thought he was older than you.
he's probably my
age as you?
age.
Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I look, whatever issues though him and Thingy have.
Rock says
I'll
7
back
inches.
Asa.
How much reach do you think he has on you, guys?
Probably a lot. I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near as tall as he is based on what you're saying.
Yeah, he's pretty tall to me, and I think Gaz is an inch or two shorter than me. What are you, 5'8"? 5'9"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are you? I'm 5'8".
5'9". We're probably close to the same height.
5'9".
Yeah.
I thought you were way taller than that.
Yeah, I mean, for my weight, I should be taller.
I'm like 5'7".
I don't know why
5'8",
I have
5'7",
such a hard
8'9",
time losing
5'8".
weight, though. I don't know what the factor could be, you know?
I wonder what it is.
I'm just
That
trying to
looks
put
so
my
nice
finger
right
on it.
now. It's midnight.
I worked
as
so
well.
hard. Yeah.
It's no different. So, Pony's big mad Sony execs want nothing to do with them. Facts, bro. But Huggy.
Okay,
Huggy
there that's not even a joke. Like these guys who come at us about, being replied to or followed by Phil or whoever.
Oops, sorry.
Bro, no PlayStation executive is going to follow you if you're constantly calling people foul names, taking their picture and putting them in sexual positions with other. Like, come on. Like, you're more than likely blocked by Xbox or by PlayStation executives. These guys. Come
These
on.
executives don't even bother, man. They don't. They just don't have it in them. The Sony Japanese structure, they've got very hands-off. Look, you have to conduct yourself a certain way. We do not want that. You have to have the strictures of it. It's just the way PlayStation will always be, unless they get a mandate from the Japanese higher ups and they say, hey, you know what? This social interaction is really important in the West. We'll allow certain people like Herman Hulst, even Shuya Yoshida's really cool, man. You allow them to start doing, then they might do it. We were starting to see Herman Hulst actually open up a little bit and be more reactive in his stuff, but then Microsoft.
Sean Layden is.
Sean Layden is actually a really nice guy. He's really down to earth. He's really down to earth. Even like some of my posting, he knows for a fact. I mean, I'm a bot. That's why he would never come. But I'd love to have a real conversation with him, and I mean a real one. not like just like sucking him off like the PlayStation guys did. It would be.
We
a
want
real
you back, Sean. You wanted exclusives. I love when they say that. We want you back, Sean. You wanted exclusives. Like, no, he didn't. He literally said gaming should not be a walled garden. Like, that was his, the last thing he said before they booted him.
He was the Phil Spencer of Sony.
He was.
It was the Phil Spencer of Sony, and he
wanted the walled garden brought down.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, let me DM you this picture I was talking about with Phil, where I expanded it. Yeah, we'll have to get into this stuff. It's amazing. Yeah.
What's the topic happening here? We're about to wrap it up, Matteo. Yeah. So we're just talking shit now. Silent Cypher with the $5 super chat. So you're telling me Jim Ryan won't be on my show after I photoshopped his head on a nude Burt Reynolds? I think the chances of that are as low as Jason Schreier giving me a hug. Sorry, Silent. Good luck with that.
Do you think that if you met Jason Schreier in public and said, "Hey, can I get a picture?" You think he'd look at you and go, "Gas"?
I think he knows.
Or you think he'd have no idea?
He does. The guy went out of his way to find Safe on Twitter, an account he barely uses to block Safe. Safe has never tweeted at him. Safe doesn't even tweet. He knew Safe played him as Jason Schreier in my videos, found him and blocked him. What the fuck? Who does that? He's a vindictive little shit. I'm telling you, he's a vindictive little, and he knows exactly who you are. And I'm pretty sure he knows who I am because he went out of the way. He blocked that. And if I ever met him, I would troll him. I don't know how he would see me.
He's had me blocked for 5 years. Like,
how
would he even see
Colt
anything?
Eastwood, people know who you are. Like, he was making fun of even like someone like, was it Clobril? He was making those infographics. He's like, oh yeah, well done. You keep making infographics for Xbox. Like, great. Like, he's being a dick to Clobril. Was it Clobril? I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, it was Clobril.
Yeah, Glover's a cool guy, man. I don't think he would make that now, like because he's shown himself. He's out on the camera now. It makes a big difference when you are more than just an avatar on social media versus just someone who's
angry Ellie pick or a.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I want to see some of these ponies. Show your faces, man, because Colt, you're a bigger deal than you think. Says God sent Emperor Sofa King. Sofa King. Are you the pony bot that gets really defensive? I think you are. I'll give you.
No, he's not. No, he's saying I'm more popular than I think I am.
There was another Surfer King. Maybe I'm confusing.
I'm sure there's lots of people that use that word in their handle. But I don't know.
Clobril ages ago they were arguing about something like console worry. It was on.
Was it Jason like 6 months ago or a year ago? Or maybe it wasn't Jason that you're referring to. It was on Reset Era or one of those where Clover was claiming something and he was like, you're just a free mouthpiece for Xbox or some crap. Like, it was really rude.
Bro, Jason Schreier's not a nice guy. I'm sorry, he's not a nice guy. He will set you on fire just for a breaking news piece. He's a typical journalist. He's a typical journalist.
If you have access to this information about, good, strong reporting on gaming news with real credible sources, like, why do you have to be a jerk? Like, why not just stay quiet and be a nice guy? I like, he flexes that, like, how dare you? I don't even know why I'm even talking about somebody else. Like,
yeah, I mean, just get it out. This is
as Dealer taught me a long time ago. He's like, nobody cares about the beef between somebody else. Like, no one's really that interested in just who cares. But yeah, that's true.
I love the beef. I love this.
Be nice to people. Like, be decent to people. Like, okay, so Grum's the guy. We'll close with this. Grum's the ex-Blizzard developer that was saying that everybody's paid shills or paid corpos or AI bots. Everyone was like being really rude to him. And my response to him was, hey, I've been in this community for 10 years and I could tell you, we've all met, we've all talked, we all work together. We're all just excited fans. And the Xbox brand is really finally coming up and has a really great future. And we're excited about it. That was my response. That was it. And I got like 500 likes over his 1,500 likes on his post. But instead, people were like, what are you talking about? You bad word, this or ever. And like, he got a bunch of that.
He
I mean,
did.
just-
He was a bit freaking.
It's bad faith, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad faith. It's completely like conspiracy theories are spun up. He just looked really unhinged. I didn't get involved in it because I was just
Yeah.
watching the spectacle of people shit on him, and I was just like, what do you say to that? I was like, this guy's fucking lost his mind. I just like, what was his name? Not what was his name? Jess called. Jess is supposed to be here next week. I'm supposed to meet him.
Awesome.
Jess was like, this guy's unhinged. I'm like, yeah, he is. Are you on a podcast by any chance? Hashtag save my data. Colt, you might need to help me. Oh, even though we don't for Game on Daily, I'll ask you because Ace is like a ghost about how to get on podcasting, podcast services. I will try. I'll definitely one day.
Oh, to get this
Cooperation.
show on demand? Yes, I can help
Yeah.
you.
I'll do that on Septic Source, like Spotify, definitely. Nerico, I love this guy. Thank you. Shout out to you, man, with the £2 super chat. Guys, you should do call-ins. I will.
I don't know how you do that, but that sounds
Discord.
dangerous.
I will do it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely want to do it. We are doing call-ins, and on Game on Daily, if I show you the UI, Colt, I'll show it to you only for your eyes only. You cannot show anyone else, okay?
Okay.
And I'll send it to you. And I might just send it to you now, just as just to get your reaction. I'm not going to send it to you, chat, because I want to surprise you.
Send it to me
guys.
DM, and you can see that picture of Phil that I expanded
Let me see this picture
on Twitter.
Phil Spencer. That is amazing. That looks like a legit picture. Chat,
Yeah,
how do I bring that up?
his
Oh,
right
actually, I
hand
can.
not holding the coffee is faked. Everything down from below there is faked in, and everything
Let me do this,
above.
chat. Let me show you.
Well, you can see something messed up on the left. Actually, it looks like a weird person with a mask on that doesn't belong there. But yeah,
I can share my screen, apparently. Present.
what, you're going to show everybody?
Oh, no. Yeah, I can show you pictures, actually. I didn't realize you could do that here. You can do a lot of stream. I'll show you later, chat. I'll show you the picture later, Cole. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here.
Oh,
Off
okay.
topic, but I need Microsoft to acquire NetherRealm. I would happily let the deal
NetherRealm.
tank for the NetherRealm.
Yeah, I know. Everybody would rather have something besides Activision.
Yeah, I need them to be Xbox's fighting game dev. I need Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat. Microsoft, make it happen. JD, that's such a sick shout, and it's attainable. It's my first ever game, Colt. Mortal Kombat 1. I had 3 in 1. Mortal Kombat 1, Sunset Riders, and an Aliens game, which was very scary. But if Microsoft acquired NetherRealm, they need a fighting game outfit, man, and that would be a smart play, very long-term play as well. It would be brilliant because it's very hard to see. It's very hard to acquire talent, and there's a very specific talent set, and you'd need to pay a big, hefty retention fee for the staff because that's what you're essentially paying for, is the talent. You acquire NetherRealm, you want fighting. It's just. People understand, different frames, battle things. It's just whole different thing. Can't wait for Mortal Kombat 1. That looks amazing. It just looks. I know you're not a massive fighting game fan, but play the campaign of that, Colt. I think you'll love it. Chat. This has been an interesting stream. I'll do more of these if you liked it. Give us your
It's been
suggestions.
an interesting one you didn't even plan on having in the first place.
I didn't even have it. Colt was telling me, he's like, "Yo, you're supposed to be on now." I'm like, "What?" So boom, I think we freeballed here. Okay, I hope I did all right by you.
Literally.
Uh,
I literally
yeah.
freeballed. Yeah.
We did. And then thank you, Colt, for really, honestly, such a good friend. And just like wanted to talk and just chill. Just let me know, chat, if you enjoyed it and what more you need. Why did you tell the fanboy you was going live? Why? You didn't turn up, rockers. Just, yeah, like, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button. I don't even know if I want to do timestamps for this because I don't know what the frick we talked about. Just random shit. So
I
forgive
wouldn't.
me if
I
I'm
would
not doing
just.
timestamps.
You
Just let
can
it,
change. You should probably change the title to cover something a little more informative. But other than that,
ponies.
it just says "murking ponies" because I said I texted Gaz. I said, so I literally wrote, "We should meet JTech and King Thrash." He goes, "I don't think I want to meet those guys." I go, "Huh?" And I looked and my phone autocorrected Merc to meet, and I meant to say we should Merc them.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
And you were like, I don't think we want to meet them. I don't think they're our type or something like that. You made some joke, and I was like,
But
no. I meant to write Merc.
No, I said we're not underage, so I'm not sure JTech wants to meet us.
Yes, I was trying to. Oh, I missed that sound. Oh.
It's been a fun show, chat. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm so grateful and humbled that all of you joining. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. That we're going to deliver greatness. And it's going to be fun. And now we can have Colt together. Just like that. Just boom. Colt, let's just talk shit about random stuff. Oh, I'd love to do that.
I love
No
it.
pressure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Colt. All right, everyone. We're going to end the stream. Take care. Love you all. Peace. Oh.